Yeah, because you were like,
welcome.
who's gonna do that? And I'm like,
Well, anyway, we are live now. Welcome to the Hockey Show Stanley Cup Playoff Watch Along as we all watch Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Final between the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes with David Jork of the Hockey News with Ethan and Rose. My name is Roy Bellamy. Tonight's game is on TNT. Before we get the puck drop, let's talk about how we got here. The Canadiens got past the Lightning and the Sabres in 7 games, respectively, and the Hurricanes swept both the Senators and the Flyers to get to this series. So, in a span of 2 rounds, the Habs played 14 games, while the Canes played 8. That's a vast amount of game differential there. So, obviously, the Canadiens look tired after the previous 4 games in this series. But Montreal did surprise Carolina in Game 1, beating them 6-2 on the road before the Hurricanes won 3 straight. If the Hurricanes win tonight, they will go on to the Stanley Cup Final to play the Vegas Golden Knights. And a lot of us have been wrong all playoffs long, but we are 100% sure that the series will end tonight. Isn't that right, Dave?
except me.
No. Tonight, this series is over. And you, what? Except you. What are you talking about, Rose?
No, I was
Except
not wrong
you.
about
We nailed the Golden Knights.
No, I'm talking about tonight. I'm talking about.
Rose just heard everybody except one person and assumed that was we're giving her Golden Knights moment again.
Well, that's what I was expecting.
Here?
Sorry.
No, look, she deserves it. Like she deserves to do a little prancing right now. Like she deserves to pump her chest a little bit. Like
I don't
she
know,
was the only
Puck.
person in the world that was like,
Who
Vegas-
else in hockey media was out here on a limb saying that the Vegas Golden Knights are going to beat the Colorado Avalanche?
Well, it wasn't Mark Lazarus, I'll tell you that. Rose, why don't you get your headset so we can fix this echo problem? Dave, what do you think about what's going on?
Oh
in this
God,
so far?
there's an echo problem. That's right.
I don't hear an
Yes.
echo.
Yes.
I'll mute myself for a bit.
For 1 second while you get those headsets. Dave, go ahead.
Go ahead with what? I forgot what you were asking me about.
So did I.
Is the series over, Dave? Is the series over?
Oh yeah. Well, I think it is. I think that based off the way that the last 3 games have gone, like show me something, Montreal. Like you're struggling to get pucks on net. You're struggling to get in the zone possessionally. Carolina's just wearing you down, and it's not that dissimilar from what we saw in the other conference final. Except Montreal isn't generating anywhere near the opportunities that Colorado was. They're just getting maybe more frustrated, if not equally frustrated. But yeah, I think I'll be really surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised if Montreal shows up and has a good game tonight. Are you laughing at Rose just kind of randomly?
Yeah, she's just walking around her house wearing her shorts, all barefoot and whatnot. That's I don't know where she's going now. Ethan, what adjustments do the Canadians have to make to win this game and possibly, but probably not going to happen, come back in the series?
Skate, Roy. They got to skate.
They've been skating.
They
got on the ice.
Again, we talked about this on the show earlier today that they've had moments where they've been able to skate with the puck and take it out of the zone, and they have puck movers on this team. They acquired Noah Dobson in the offseason. Lane Hudson is one of the elite puck-moving defensemen in the league. They have Cole Caulfield. They have Juraj Slafkovsky. They have Nick Suzuki. They have Ivan Demidov. Like, they have guys that can get the puck up the ice. They just haven't done it, and they've played right into the hands of Carolina. They have to find a way to get out a little bit and just generate something, because right now, whatever they're doing is not working. They're getting hemmed in. They can't get the puck out of their own zone. They can't get clean entries going the other way. And I mean, before they even enter, they can't even exit out of their own zone. You know, they can't get out from behind their own net at times. So Montreal, I have been stunned. I mean, I was the biggest Montreal advocate out there, kind of just saying like this team's really good and stop underestimating this team. And, you know, they scored 106 points this season. They beat the Lightning, they beat the Sabres, but they have been completely overmatched. And there could be many reasons for that. It could have to do with the difference in games played. The Hurricanes are obviously much fresher, but it also might just be that the Hurricanes are that much better than them, and their style is really showing out here. And they are better than they've ever been. Like, Ehlers was a great addition for them. Keandre Miller's been a great addition for them. And as much as I hate to give the Carolina Hurricanes credit, because I love to troll the Carolina Hurricanes, don't get me wrong, this team is awesome, and they're fully poised to win tonight, win the series, and make a good run at lifting Lord Stanley.
Montreal has played 18 games so far in these playoffs, including in this series. Carolina has played 12. And those 6 games, including the 7 overtimes that Montreal has already played in these playoffs, is proving to be a major league problem right now for Montreal as they try to get at least a 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th win within them. Now, let's assume that Carolina wins tonight, and that's the assumption. The matchup between Vegas and Carolina, how is that going to look, Dave?
I think it could be fun. Seeing like the best of Carolina and the best of Vegas, like 2 teams that they want to be checking you, they want to be forechecking. They want to possess the puck. Goaltending has been solid. I mean, obviously Carter Hart was tested a hell of a lot more than Freddie Anderson has been tested, but both of them have been really good. So I'm excited for the prospect of that series. If they both show up, I think we could finally get like a good long series that we really haven't had many of this playoffs. Like it feels like it's been kind of like a funky playoff, doesn't it? Like I don't want to disparage the best playoff in sports. Like it's been better than other sport playoffs, but I just feel like, in terms of the hierarchy of the great Stanley Cup playoffs, maybe we're a little,
Dave,
no, go ahead.
I'm with you, dude. Like I'm saying, like thinking about it now as you're talking about it. There have been 2 Game 7s. How many Game 6s have there been?
It doesn't feel like many.
2?
It doesn't feel like there's been a lot of like the soaking drama and intrigue that usually comes with a playoff run.
Yeah.
I just like
the Ducks and Oilers played a Game 6. The Ducks and Knights played a Game 6. The Mammoth and Knights played a Game 6. I think that's it.
Montreal.
I think every other series was 5, and then Montreal played the 2-7 games. Oh, and Boston and Buffalo went to 6. So yeah, it hasn't been, and there's been a lot of short series. Colorado and Minnesota was a short series. Minnesota and Dallas, did that one go 6-2? All right, my argument's really falling apart here. Wow. Anyway, the point being, there's only been 2 Game 7s, and they were both with the same team, right? And both of the conference finals seem like they're going to be short series. So it has been overall, like, it hasn't been the most exciting playoff, I would say. You know what this league misses, Roy?
What's that?
No, my argument just fell apart right in the middle.
I'm sorry,
Roy is overjoyed at watching my argument just fall apart as I just kept remembering this series went to 6, this series went to 6, this series went to 6. This
series goes 6. Probably.
I would love for this series to go 6. I would love for this series to go 7, Dave. I
think
just want to watch as much hockey as possible.
That's going to be my prediction.
They deserve one more
Rosie,
game in
say?
Montreal, I think, but probably.
What'd you say, Rosie?
That they're gonna force Game 6.
Oh wow! So you think they're gonna win tonight?
Montreal tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Rose is the only person in America and possibly Canada who believes that the Canadiens are gonna win tonight. As far as the matchup between Vegas and Carolina, if that does happen, starting either Tuesday or Thursday or whatever. Are we looking at a lot of 2-1, 3-1 games here? Because I don't think there's going to be a lot of games that's going to go past 4 goals for one team in any of the games.
It depends how well they can do what they want to do, right? I mean, we see obviously how Carolina is a very defensive-oriented team. We've known that for a while. But to see the way that Vegas has kind of flipped on a switch under Tortorella and how well they responded, and against maybe the most potent offense in the league, it certainly has the potential for an unders kind of series. But look, if we get a 6 or 7 game series and they average 3.2 goals per game total, I'm fine with that, because that tells me it's going to be some really tight, good hockey. And at this point of the year where they're going to be checking their asses off, like, that's entertainment. I'm all in for that.
Former Carolina Panther linebacker Luke Kuechly is doing a siren in Carolina right now, and
it's about time they got somebody like good, you know. You got like Manny Diaz was out there cranking the siren, who coaches at a rival school to the school whose basketball arena this is. That didn't make any sense to me. Also, who wants to see Manny Diaz cranking the siren? Like, who's getting fired up for Manny Diaz? You know, you're gonna have Dave Doring out there next. You're gonna have Larry Fedora cranking the siren.
I'm trying to remember who it was when I was there for Game 5 last year. Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker.
That was cool. I got to meet him in the press box, and I'm like, hey, I'm a Dolphin fan too.
I was going to say, Dolphin fan, Darius Rucker.
Yeah,
I thought
I
he was
got more excited than the people in the arena for that one. I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, Darius Rucker, let's go!"
And the
I
Dolphins
thought he
make
was
me
a
cry.
Tennessee Volunteers fan personally. I could have sworn as
Well,
far as
no,
college.
No, he's a South Carolina Gamecock.
He's a
He's
Gamecock.
a
South
fan.
Carolina. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, no wonder he
Big
was
South
there.
Carolina guy.
We
He's-
talked
he's
about
from
Claude
Carolina.
Lemieux earlier today on the hockey show. We did not get enough thoughts from David Dwork about that because we ran out of time. So, David, you and I both grew up watching hockey in the 90s. And by the time Claude Lemieux left Montreal, he ended up going to New Jersey and won the Stanley Cup there, starting really our fanhood of hockey there. And then he went to Colorado, and obviously, you know what happened there. But why don't you share your thoughts on Claude Lemieux as we lost him yesterday, unfortunately. Why don't you give us some of your memories of what you've seen during his career?
I think during his playing career, certainly one of the more polarizing hockey players that we saw growing up. Like you and I grew up kind of in the same era, so that '95 Stanley Cup final between Jersey and Detroit's like one of the first ones I remember watching from like start to finish. Well, it was a short series, but like I remember that was like my first like all-in kind of playoff, that '95 year. But I remember like going back and seeing like what he did in Montreal after the fact. 'Cause, like I didn't see it, when he was happening. So as a hockey guy, but just the amazement in how he could play so many different roles. Because when our introduction to Claude Lemieux was, like what happened with Chris Draper and like the animosity and all that craziness and like that was like, oh wow, this guy, because we were Panther fans. It was like, oh, is he going to get suspended for what happened? And that was kind of how we got introduced to Claude Lemieux. But to see how it evolved, like beyond his career, like you talked about it earlier, the E60 movie that came out a couple of years ago, where him and Darren McCarty were kind of chopping it up in front of a bunch of Red Wings fans, and just to hear kind of how they had evolved, it was it was a really cool arc, and then to see it come to such a sudden end, and the way that it ended. Like everybody saw him a few days ago putting the torch in Montreal before the game. And to go from such a seemingly such a high to being gone 2 days later, as we touched on earlier today, like it's just a very profound reminder that you just never know what somebody might be going through, and it's so important to check in on your friends and your loved ones and just show the love, because you just never know.
Think about his playoff numbers here. In his career, he's been to the playoffs 18 times. He scored 80 goals.
Oh my God.
158 points and 529 penalty minutes.
How many goals? I spoke over you. I'm sorry.
80 playoff goals.
That's 18 playoff seasons.
Yep.
I'm just thinking of that from a Panthers perspective. Like that's how long they went without making the playoffs once.
Yeah.
Almost.
He won a Conn Smythe Trophy in the 94-95 season with New Jersey. He had 13 goals that season. 13 goals in that playoff season. In the playoffs, 13 goals.
Well, Jersey was a machine. Like you remember, like that they almost went to the final the year before when the Rangers went, when Brodeur was a rookie. But Jersey, like that was, I think Jacques Demers was the coach. Like that Jersey '90s team was such a lockdown, defensive, like scary type team in terms of the way that they could just shut you down. Mm-hmm. So to see them go toe to toe with the Red Wings, who kind of perfected it as the decade went on with the left wing lock and everything, it was. I don't know, Roy. I just missed that era of hockey, like that, and maybe it's because that's what we grew up on, and that's why like I hold it near and dear to my heart. But that was just such great hockey back then, man. Like they would beat the shit out of each other, like they'd hack the crap out of each other, but none of it got called really. It's such night and day than what we see now. And look, what we see now is super entertaining too, but it's just fun.
In the 96-97 season, that's the season where they lost to the Detroit Red Wings in the Western Conference Final. He had 13 goals as well, and 4 game-winning goals. 13 goals, and he didn't even get past the Western Conference Final is something serious right there,
That's
man.
Clutch, man. That's a playoff performer. That's somebody who raises their game at the time where it needs to be at its best. And we see some guys that do that here with the Panthers. But I mean, that's why he was so well respected. I mean, for playing on the edge the way he did. It's like what Darren McCarty said when he posted something after the news came out, was that I would call you an idiot if you'd ever turn your back on him on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm paraphrasing, but if you knew who he was and you turned your back, That's on you. That's not on him.
4-time Stanley Cup winner, 2 times with New Jersey, respectively, because he had 2 stints between his time in Colorado. So Claude Lemieux, rest in power, Titan in the sport of hockey as the Hurricanes and Canadiens get set here as they wrap up the national anthem. We are getting set for Game 5.
I just got something to say.
What you got, Rose?
Yeah. Most of the time, whenever someone is going through something and they do take the decision of take their lives, the prior days, you're going to see them very, very, very happy because they're happy that they're going to leave and they're going to make amends and they want to do whatever they want to, like, finish and leave some pieces in. So,
Well, that's what we saw
like,
on Monday when he was in
exactly.
Montreal.
You could see his face, like it was a face of happiness and relief because he knew he was already living something like very, very hard, and he was doing something gigantic and tremendous that it was taking the torch. So that's why it is very important, as you say, to talk to people because it is something very, very difficult, and you never know. And the people that smile the most sometimes are the people that are strongly the most. So we need to pay attention.
Suicide
to
and
that.
Crisis
Yes.
Lifeline is 988. If you are in need to talk to somebody, if you are in need of therapy, if you need to talk to a friend or somebody that's within arm's reach, please be able to talk to them, and because we all need each other in this world. As we start this game, we are now at 1928 in the first period. Well, I'm seeing 1928 in the first period.
They're about to drop the puck at 1928.
Yeah, so there we go. That's where we are right now here in the first period as they get started. And
Right off
Carolina's
the draw.
had the early chance.
Yeah, right off the draw. Jackson Blake, who we had in puck luck today, breaks in. Great opportunity. He did get the shot on goal, unfortunately, to our parlay. But
Yeah.
Carolina, I mean, we're not even a minute into the game. That's one shot by Aho, 2 shots by Aho. But I thought they had a shot from the point a minute ago that Dobish snared with his glove. Maybe they were saying it was going to go wide or something. No. I just checked on the NHL website. They got three shots a minute into the game, which is exactly what we've been seeing the last 4 games.
Yeah, there's the first shot. They took a previous shot away. Yes. So, so apparently I am way behind now. 19
Predictions.
is what I'm seeing.
They
Predictions.
just dropped it on 1914.
19. Oh, crap.
Who's gonna make the first goal?
Who's going to score the first goal? Like player or team?
Player, like team and player.
Give me.
Stankoven or Hudson?
Yeah, I was going to
is
take
my-
Stankoven, but I'll go with
take Jackson
Aho.
Blake.
Aho's heating up right now.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, you mean he
Eslabon.
scored his 6th point of the Stanley Cup playoffs the other night, Dave? Is that what you mean by
He's
heating up?
Ethan. I'm not.
He's
Come on.
gaining on him.
He's
I'm
up to
gonna
half
go
a
with
point.
Slabonbowski.
He's up to a half point per game player. Good for him. He finally did it.
Yeah, and his team's 1 win away from going to the finals,
Yeah,
so they're probably
Check the
okay with it.
sarcasm
It's
there.
crazy. Yeah. Listen, Aho is Aho. We know what he is. He's a great regular season player. And right now, he's lucky he's getting a lot of help from the other players on his team. And it's overshadowing the fact that he has not been good in this postseason. Seth Jarvis and Andrei Svechnikov, same thing. That first line has been carried kind of by Ehlers, and that second line has been tremendous. They've carried the absolute load when it comes to scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes.
So Roy, you said
Stankoven and Hudson. Logan
Fine.
Stankoven, Lane Hudson.
I took
No, you just
Jackson
can't-
Blake, Rosie.
you can just choose one.
I had to choose. Well,
This
I
isn't the
chose
overtime
That's
for
one for
challenge.
each team. That's Hudson for the Canadiens and Stankoven for the. He's doing like the Bucci overtime challenge.
Oh no, you have to say which team and
Oh, that's bullshit, man. Come
which
on.
player.
Give me a break. That's not
Oh my
fair.
god!
Ooh,
It's a Friday, man. Give me just ease off.
Well,
So
they're gonna
you
have a
were
power play.
this looks like the
Stankoven.
best shift the Canadiens have had in 3 games.
I don't know. The start of this
And they
game
didn't
wasn't
even get a shot
exactly a
off.
good jump for them, but
Yeah.
now they've got puck possession. Well, obviously
And
they
they've
got
got a
puck
delayed
possession now.
penalty
It's a
coming
delayed
too.
penalty. What were you saying, Rosie?
No, I'm asking all of you. So Stankovic is yours. I don't know the name, but Stankovic,
Stankovic. I love it.
Carolina. What about you, Dave?
Aho.
Aho, Carolina.
See.
AHO. Yep.
What about you?
I'm taking Jackson Blake from Carolina. He's due for a goal.
Good call.
He has been fantastic in these playoffs. He's a great player. And
I just gotta
Stankoven, I made a lot of fun of Stankoven because he was an XG monster, but he couldn't really score in the regular season. And he has 9 goals in these playoffs.
You got to finish, man. You got to finish.
Slavovsky, is he playing?
I'm sorry?
Say again? Slavkovsky. Yes, Slavkovsky's playing. Yes.
Okay, that's me. Canadiens is Kamskomsky, the first goal.
XG monster, man.
You got to say it the same way or correct.
That one. Okay. That's
there you go. All right. So power play for the Montreal Canadiens here. We're 17:32 left in the first.
They're showing that
he's taking the face off. Oh.
They showed that the Habs are 7-3 on the road in this postseason. They're what now? Like, what was their home record? It was like 2-6 in their last 8 or something like that at home in these playoffs. It's fascinating how much better they've been on the road than at home, especially considering the crowd at Centre Bell and how amazing that atmosphere is.
I mean, it was the same thing as the Sabres. They played so well on the road, but
it's weird, Roy. In this sport where the environments are so crazy sometimes in these home arenas, it's the sport where home advantage matters the least. Is it not? Like, you see it year after year after year where teams go on the road and play better on the road. They win game 7s on the road. Like, that's not a thing that happens in other sports. Like, it's crazy how that the home ice advantage is just not really a big thing in the NHL playoffs. If you watch the trends over the last few years, I mean, the Panthers were road monsters last year, right, Dave?
The Panthers?
Yeah.
They've been great on the road for, since under Maurice, since the first year. And they, he's even said, like, they like starting series on the road. They like going onto a road game where you don't have the pressure of being the home team and having to perform. Oh, wow, crazy bounce. So yeah, like, that's big. But I mean, you still have to win at home though. Like, you need both. Like, that's how you succeed.
Right.
Like, look at Montreal. Like, I was just looking it up for you. They've won 3 of their 9 home games in the playoffs so far. Like that, you cannot do that. And especially in a place like Bell Center, where the fans are going crazy like that for you. Like, that's such an amazing atmosphere at Bell Center.
Centre Bell.
What a great save by Anderson Frederick.
They have clearly the best home ice advantage in the league, and they're 3-6 at home.
Oh my
Twice
God!
as many
almost scored.
Yeah, he did, Rose. Wow. Oh. I mean, I know they're on the power play, but a good flurry earlier here for Montreal, playing for their lives. Like, this is what you have to do. You have to go take the game to Carolina. You can't just sit on your ass and allow their pressure to come at you. You have to go at them and counter.
Carolina's about to
all this series.
Carolina's about to kill off their 22nd. The 22nd penalty kill out of 23. They've only allowed 1 power play goal.
At home, that is, in these playoffs.
Home.
Right? Yep.
Crazy.
Oh, my God.
Not just being
their
very
penalty kill has been fantastic.
Oh,
that's got to be buried. Alex Newhook, that's got to go in. Because he's buried that a lot in these playoffs. He scored some big goals, and I actually took him in our series DK that I'm doing with a few buddies, and he has done nothing for me in this series after having 2 great series early in these playoffs.
The crown is yours.
The DraftKings crown is yours. Their depth has just matched up so well with Montreal's. They have not allowed any scoring to their depth.
Anderson just tried to take.
Whoa, that one almost went in
the neutral zone. Jeez. Ethan, what's your clock at?
I'm behind you guys. I'm at 14:55.
Okay, Roy, what are you at?
52.
They are showing a replay, so the clock's not.
14:46.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're on the replay.
I just saw the save on the Dobish, so I'm behind you guys. Don't worry about me.
That's one of those tough saves, man. That was near his ear.
Somehow he's been fantastic in these playoffs. They have absolutely let him down on offense. It's not even just that they haven't scored; it's they haven't created any chances, and they haven't been great defensively either. Like, he's been getting pelted, and he's done a great job. I mean, you can only do so much. Like they lost 4-0 last game, but you can only do so much when it's just coming at you in waves at all times. And that's how it's been in this series. It's just been relentless from Carolina.
Well,
Montreal's got to get an early one here. If the longer they go without scoring, the more comfortable Carolina is going to feel. And
but 20 is not in the ice. So
they can only they can only
Okay,
keep up with
wait.
this pace for, going at Carolina.
Let's
for
see
so
what
long.
Carolina does now on 5-on-5. Now that this penalty's killed off here. In fact, they have possession right now.
Are you in 14-14? 13?
I'm on 14. I'm 14 even right now.
Well,
You guys are
Roy's
about
ahead
15
of everybody
seconds
for the first
Yeah,
time
you
in
guys
the
are about
stream.
15 seconds ahead of me.
You're a
Oh,
couple
then-
seconds ahead of me. I think Rose and
Are
I
you
are about
watching on
15.
YouTube TV, Roy?
No, this is I got my old Xbox going right now on HBO Max. So
Really?
Yeah, I'm also doing the HBO Max.
Me too.
So how are you behind?
I don't know.
Okay, wait,
Internet.
yeah, internet.
Oh, I
yeah,
love
yeah,
the
problems.
violence.
Oh boy, wide
Oh,
open.
1340?
Shot from the slot and could not
I'm at
finish.
1340, Rosie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that Martinook?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are 20 seconds behind. This is not good.
Ooh.
Wide open in the slot, Martinook.
Wow. All right. Yeah, so this is going to be a back and forth game. Let's see how
Yep.
things pan out, though, for the rest of this game. I just don't think that Montreal has the legs under them
No, they've had a
to
couple
survive
good,
all three periods.
they put
Yeah.
a couple good shifts together. They've gotten some good look. They had that one that just went wide on Anderson that looked like it almost went off the far post, but they've had some good looks. Like if you're Montreal, the way the last few games are going, you probably got to be pretty happy with how it's gone so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ethan said it. You got to get it early.
They got to
Yeah,
score. Yeah, they got
get
to
it
score.
early.
Because if Carolina gets this first one, it'll just end right there. So they got to get the first
And
one.
the game will just stop.
Nah,
Yeah, the game's over.
You might as well.
Everybody,
but
I'm out.
it'll be so discouraging if you come out and play hot. And I mean, it must be discouraging to look up and play as good. Play as good as 7 minutes as you've played in the last 4 games, and look up and the shots are 5-1. Like I understand that Montreal isn't going to care what the shots look like if they win the game, but at this point, it has to be discouraging considering the differential in shots in this series. It has to be discouraging to look up all the time and just see 5-1, or 17-4 or whatever it's been. Like they got to get something going. So I don't know what they can do.
I mean, straight up, if Carolina scores at any point in this game, I'm telling you, they're going to end up playing in a puddle. It's going to be an actual pond. The game's going to be over. It's going to be done, and that'll be it for the Canadiens. Sorry.
Is this just karma catching up with Montreal
because of the spear?
Well, no. Okay, yeah. But I was thinking for winning a game 7 on the road with 9 shots on goal. And the hockey gods were like asleep at the wheel on that one. And now
that was crazy. But I thought they were the better
they were
team.
Just
in that
very
series,
efficient.
Dave. So the fact that they lost that game, like they got goaled in game 6, but I thought they were better than Tampa in game 6. I thought they were the better team in that series, but I think things kind of balanced out with them winning that series, but certainly not that game. But somebody does make a great point in the chat here. William Adams 9109 says the Habs are an OT goal away from 2-2 twice. It is weird. It is crazy.
Rosie, you are on the phone.
For as
sorry, I'm trying to mute myself.
For as lopsided as the series has been at times, it's 1 or 2 bounces away it's 2 bounces away from it being 3-1 Montreal. And they were never scoring in either of those overtimes, right? Like they were dominated completely, but still it is crazy that Carolina, had to win twice in overtime just to get here.
Yeah. No score as of yet here in the first TV timeouts. Back and forth action going on right now in Carolina as they come back here. Yeah, I mean, so far it's been the Carolina Hurricanes have had more shots on goal. Montreal have had the power play, the initial first power play of this game. So we'll see what's going to happen here as they drop the puck here. All right, face off outside the zone.
there's Rose's guy, Slafkanovsky.
Slafkanovsky.
Yes.
He's on the ice now.
You guys see the ref chirping Matthew Tkachuk at Worlds the other day?
Yeah.
I heard Matthew
Yes.
Tkachuk say a great quote from Matthew Tkachuk as usual.
I'm back.
He said, "I
Welcome.
never want to play in this tournament again," which I thought, "Gee, what's so wrong with this tournament?" And then I remember
That's not what David's talking about, Ethan.
during the playoffs.
That's not what David's talking
No,
about.
I was just piggybacking off of what David was saying to make a point
Well-
about World, which is
Well,
Chucky
he started a conversation and then you transitioned into.
I was
completely different
segueing.
conversation about
The
same
House of
thing.
the Dragon is
you
coming
know what
back.
a piggyback is.
Now you just segued into a conversation that we're not even talking about.
Somebody
what
asked
we
in the
doing
chat,
here?
who are the Habs? The Habs are the Canadiens. They call themselves les habitants.
Le
And
Habitants
so it's
because
short
they're
for
French.
Correct.
We're
Well,
gonna
first
sing-
of all,
Les
let me
Habitants.
answer David's question. Yes, I saw what the ref did to Matthew Tkachuk, and he was absolutely right in saying what he said to Matthew Tkachuk. That was a dive. What are you doing? You're better than
Yeah,
that.
but he's not saying that to Sidney Crosby.
I would.
No
you
shit.
would, but you're not the refs in the NHL.
You
That's not
can't
even the
Sidney
NHL.
Crosby.
I would
Well,
like to see
I-
Roy. I would like to see you have a conversation with Sidney Crosby and look him in the eyes and tell him you are a diver. I
would
wanna
po-
see that
would
happen.
Show him a video of what he did in the series that the Penguins had against the Flyers, and say, "What are you doing?"
I would love to see that. I really would. I think that would be great.
All right. Okay. All right.
I
Bet.
want
I
to
don't
watch
bluff.
that happen.
I do not bluff.
I would love to see you and Sidney Crosby have a conversation. What would that look like?
Alors,
That would
c'est
be a lot of
fun
fun.
de la patrie.
The both of us are looking at each other's eyes with disdain, probably.
Le jeu de glory est arrivant. Contre
Disdain
nous
because
de
of the
la
questions I'm asking.
tyrannie.
Couple good
Do we
shifts there
believe
by,
Damashek
about 20 years.
Yes, for the person in the chat
North
asking,
Carolina
yes,
set
I
up now.
absolutely believe that Damashek shit talked Wayne Gretzky 100%. Knowing Damashek, I absolutely believe that he was being really funny and trying to be funny and ended up shit talking.
Oh, the Carolina Hurricanes are now on the board. It is 1-0 Carolina with a
Yeah,
It's like a
that
loose
was
puck put
not
back.
what could happen for the Canadiens here.
I think that was Jordan Stahl. I think Stahl got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nobody
And
got
it's
it.
greasy.
No, I don't know.
And
No,
it's-
is that Taylor Hall?
Real greasy.
Looks like Taylor Hall, man.
Taylor Hall got the goal.
71. Yeah. Taylor Hall.
Well,
This is
Stahl
an
Hall.
face off.
Oh my God, he got tackled by Texier.
Yeah, that should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
that should have been a penalty. That was a call. Then later in the play,
Blake,
Ooh, yeah, this hook here.
Stanky.
take over.
Yeah.
Tried,
Hooked
he
in by
rushed
Hall.
the net, and Hall scored on the.
This is what this line has been doing all playoffs long. They've been doing the dirty work, and they have been by
Well-
far the best line for this team. And it's just a greasy one. Taylor Hall, he's just in the right area and gets a stick on the puck. And man, he's had a
They're
couple.
reviewing
greasy
it?
goals
Whoa!
in his career.
There's a review. There's a challenge.
Are
Is
they
this-
gonna
Uh-huh.
review for
Or is
goaltender
this- no,
interference
it's
here?
goalie interference. It's the refs looking at it.
come on,
It's
come
the
on.
refs
Okay,
looking
yeah, all
at
right.
it.
So it's not a
Montreal
challenge. It's a
challenging.
review.
Oh, okay.
Review.
No, they could be challenging for goalie interference.
The
I
Habs
don't have
are,
the audio
or
up, so I
the,
can't
or the
hear- I
league
didn't
called
hear
in
it.
a
The
review.
Habs are challenging for goalie interference. Yeah, there it is, right there.
All right, there we go. Yeah. So
It's
Montreal
worth a
Canadiens
challenge.
Challenging.
It's worth a challenge because if this
I-
goal stands, it's probably game over
don't
anyway.
see
So
what's
you might as
there.
well let them go on the power play. But
Stankovic
Like,
kicked
Hall
the
comes into
opposite
the crease
leg.
a little bit. Doesn't really do any.
there's
I don't-
contact in the
They kind
crease.
of helped him.
I-
Kind of helped him get over.
yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything here. For the goals that we've
Yeah.
seen stand in these situations, like I really don't see much.
Yeah.
Stankovic
Yeah.
Well-
definitely makes contact with him in the crease.
Yeah,
And-
Stankovic made
Yeah, but
contact with him,
Stankovic
but it
carries
was
the puck into the
opposite leg, and he
crease.
pushed him
Yeah,
over
yeah.
towards the puck.
I don't know. Listen, goalie tender interference talk
Yeah,
is
goalie
like
tender.
to me. It's
Goalie
like
Tinder. Goalie Tinder.
goalie interference
It's a
talk
good
to
goal.
me is like the adults in Charlie Brown. Like I don't know. None of the rules make
Wow.
sense. It's inconsistent.
I
It's
don't like
just-
that challenge at all. I don't
All
like
right,
that
so-
challenge at all because now they're shorthanded.
Montreal has
Yeah.
lost their challenge, and now they are going on a penalty kill.
I mean, that's
Not
just
good.
that was basically the
Well-
season anyway. They had to score first there, so you might as well take the shot. But
No, I don't like that. It's not
This
a
game is
gamble.
over. We can go to sleep.
If they score on this power play, it's bye-bye.
Marty St. Louis, I think he's a great coach. He's done a great job with this team, but he has pushed a lot of the wrong buttons in this series. I've not loved the way they've tried to attack this Carolina team at all.
So as I said, now they are playing in a pond. They are playing in a puddle. This game's over. Might as well call it now.
What do you mean by playing in a puddle?
The ice melted. Water. Oh,
No, I get that, but like why? What is
it's
the
hard.
ice melting
It's
a metaphor
very
for?
difficult to play hockey in water.
No, I get
Okay.
that.
No, the water has to be frozen. That's how you play ice hockey. Otherwise, you would be
Roy.
out on a field playing field hockey on grass.
I get that. I got that.
Goodness gracious!
All right,
that's
power
2
play
jokes
is
that you missed
on.
today.
Carolina, can they make it 2-0?
Well, nobody got their prediction right, so.
That's
We
good,
picked-
Rosie.
We picked two
Well,
of the guys
well,
on that line, Roy, and
one of 18
neither of them scored.
That's crazy, man.
We took Blake and we took Stankoven, and Taylor Hall scored instead.
Fan on that shot. Oh man.
Just
That was ghost for that
career
shot,
attempt
bro.
going right to Aho's tape. That's why I went, how
Very
you doing?
Es wird schwierig.
difficult
That was
time
like
right
that
now
was
for
almost like
Montreal
that
to
Evan-
clear this puck out of the zone.
Slash?
Like,
Did
are
they
having
call
a
it
tough
slash?
time. Oh,
Nope, they didn't. Wow. Broke his stick, didn't call it.
Jeez.
That was almost like that Evan Bouchard pass to Evan Rodriguez in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Hey,
Evan Bouchard,
2024,
by the
when
way,
he passed it right to him. Yeah, he got laid out.
he got leveled. And,
laid out.
Like he got like jelly armed or stiff armed actually. His arms were up in the air, not moving on the stick. That's how badly he got hit in the head.
that was bad.
Yeah, USA and Canada played in the quarterfinals, and it barely broke my news cycle. That's how
Your news cycle.
much people
Wasn't
care
that
about the
Yeah,
world.
great
of a
news
game,
cycle.
Care about the
really?
World Championships. That quote was funny from Chucky, though, where he says, "I hope to never be playing in this tournament again." I'm like, did something really bad happen? Were the refs terrible? And then I remembered, no, it's during the playoffs, so he hopes to never be available for the tournament again because he wants to be in the playoffs every year. So,
I know you
great
said
quote
that
from
already.
him.
Didn't you say that already?
Yeah.
I just was reiterating because
deja
you
vu.
trampled over my point.
Now, that was the one that you stepped over Dave to get to.
I didn't step over
Well, you
Dave.
didn't
I was
step over Dave, you
piggybacking
stepped
off
on
of what
Dave.
Dave said because I
You
had nothing on the
moonwalked
ref
on
thing
Dave.
because I didn't see the ref thing.
You stomped a mud hole on Dave for that one.
Deja vu.
Salute to Treyas 254 who had Logan Stankoven as his captain. I did as well in my series DK. I'm in 7th place out of 8 people.
Well,
Congratulations.
how about the House of
up
the
there.
Dragon?
Yes.
How about
Rose,
the House
I
of the
am
Dragon? What's going on?
tentatively excited because it was already like the goriest of Game of Thrones stuff, like that element of the show. And from what they're saying, like the first game one, the first episode is like insanity. Like they jump right into it right off the bat with some huge battle. So I'm scared and excited at the same time.
Nice.
Oh, what a terrible no look backhand pass that was. Ugh.
Ooh, come on. Go. 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 Go.
I
Go,
was
go,
rooting
go,
for
go.
Montreal.
Ah,
Wow.
Boy, that is a terrible pass. Wow.
I am rooting
That-
for
that- yeah,
Montreal
that's the
because
type of
they're the
pass-
underdogs.
That was like a
Uh-uh.
Mitch Marner pass from last year. That Mitch Marner
Right.
pass to the middle of the ice.
Now, TV timeout, you go straight to the bench and get chewed out by Rod Brindamore in that situation. That was a terrible pass.
Updates for those wondering: 7.5 minutes into the game, shots 8-3 Carolina. Attempts are 15-7 Carolina. So doubling them up in both. which
So a
I
little
guess-
better. They're not getting quadrupled.
No, look, Carolina or
They're
excuse
getting
me,
doubled up.
Montreal with. Oh wait, it just moved up. Now Montreal has 7 shot attempts.
Hey, you're gaining on them. Hey, good for them.
Well, update. We talked about off campus.
We did talk about off campus,
Oh,
and thank you, Rose. Now I got my wife asking me about off campus.
Yeah,
is she watching it?
Did your wife watch the first episode?
Oh,
No, she I just didn't realize that we're doing what we're doing. So thank you, baby, for tracking my career. But I guess her social media has been inundated with off campus. So she's like, "Do you know this show Off Campus?" And I just started laughing, and she's like, "Well, I guess that's my answer." And I'm like, "You need to text Rose." So like, If she starts watching it, that will be. I don't know what to do with that one.
I
Dave,
have
you're-
right
you're-
now
Go ahead.
Kirsten.
Her now? Oh no. Okay.
No,
Show-
Kirsten is
show you a
watching it.
pic-
She just texted me and she's
Where's
watching
she at?
it. She is. What are you doing watching a movie? She's at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
She just started episode 1. Oh, great.
The
Fantastic.
raunchiest episode.
No,
I had a
the
thought
ranch.
earlier, by the way, earlier you guys were commenting about how like the show is why it is because it's written by women, the women writing a hockey show. Like that's what you said. So
Yeah.
where's your take on the women writing about girl walks into room, takes clothes off in the middle of conversation for no reason? Like,
Oh,
that seems to
that's
me
not
like
in the
something a guy
books.
would write, personally.
That is that is a script. Like in the scripts, remember that the books every time they try to translate it
Okay.
to scripts and
You're
everything.
saying like
that's
the
how
show
they.
kind of
Yeah.
dirtied up the
That's
book
where they add
content a
things
little
and
bit.
everything. Like in the books, of course, there is like the steamy scenes, but her taking the shirt off, I'm pretty sure it's not even.
That might have
It's
just been-
almost worse
That
in
also
the
might have
book.
just been an actress thing of just like this
Yeah,
is how
she was just like,
comfortable
"Hey, I wanna show my
women
boobs."
are together. You know what I mean?
Dobish!
Oh,
How
what a
great
save by
has he
Dobin.
been in this
What a
playoffs? man.
save.
He has been
Oh,
phenomenal.
wow.
We're gonna
He's gonna have to keep
two
him in
other
it tonight.
takes, guys. From like I think it was the beginning of last season when I said Dobish, he's gonna be the next Canadian
did.
goal. He's taking them far. I called that.
And Dave, they've got a guy right behind him, Jacob Fowler, that they're just as excited
Yeah.
about, right? So
Hey, good for
I
them.
wonder what they're going to do with that 1-2 punch if they're just going to have like a Linus Ullmark, Jeremy Swayman situation. But also,
Well, that's
as
why,
we were
like,
talking
remember
about
at the
with Sarah
trade
today,
deadline, Dobish's name was one of the that were getting thrown around, especially when like the Panthers were talking about like there was Bob potentially in play. Montreal and Dobish were one of the teams that were mentioned as potentially interested. So it's amazing how a couple months can change things. Wallstedt too, right?
like we said with Sarah earlier today, if you have 2 goalies,
You have none.
you don't have one. Yeah, the Wallstead
Oh.
thing changed so quickly, Dave. I mean, he was the guy I've been saying for months now that he's the guy I would want to replace Bob, and he's not going anywhere. He was just their stalwart in these playoffs. He was phenomenal, and they rode him. And I mean, Gustafsson, you know, if we want to talk about the Panthers goalie situation, it starts and ends with one name, in my
Oh,
opinion.
wow.
If we're gonna go out there and trade for a guy. You guys think Logan Stankoven would be a better skater if his stick wasn't as tall as he is?
I think he chose his stick.
His
Like,
stick, he
it's
skates
what
with
he
his
wants.
stick like this because it's so long and he's so short, and it's like Bud.
There's a league mandate on length of stick. So hopefully
Maybe it just looks longer
hopefully
because
he
he's
doesn't
so
have to get
little.
that thing back.
I think Logan Stankoven might actually be my height. No, I think he's 5'9". I lied. Let me look
Well,
up.
that's
Yeah,
if
maybe
they're
you should
saying
do
somebody
research before you say
5'9",
stuff.
they're probably not 5'9" in real life.
Logan Stankoven is listed at 5'8",
Like I
5'8"
think
is
I'm
pretty
taller than Brad
which means he's
Marchand.
really 5'5", right?
What's
You think you're
Marchand
taller than
listed
Brad
at? He's
Marchand?
listed. Marchand's listed as 5'9". I'm pretty sure I'm taller than him, which is a really cool feeling in the locker room.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, if Stankoven's listed at 5'8", he's
He's like probably
at
5'6". in real
most
life.
5'7".
Yeah, like
The Carolina's going on a power play due to interference. Doblez just knocked a Hurricane into the net, knocking it off the
no
pegs.
penalties on Svech.
Why would it be
What's
on
the penalty on Svech there?
Yeah, Montreal.
skated
That's
through
why
the crease.
I was so confused. They
Yeah,
called it
that's
on
why I'm
Svechnikov.
confused. Like, what's going?
What did
Yeah,
they call there?
Svechnikov skated through the crease.
I
Got
guess they're-
knocked into the goal by
goalie
Doblez.
interference was the call.
That's ridiculous.
I guess
Wow.
the goalie's allowed to hit a guy if he's in the crease, eh?
That is our space. That is our little blue paint.
They did. They fucking called it goaltender interference. That's hilarious.
They need to chill with this. All right, we got a parlay to win, and right now it's looking
Parlay.
it's
How does
looking
it look?
okay.
How does it look so far, Torquay?
It looks good because look, Dobich already got 11 saves, so he's already trending. It's only 3 shots for Montreal, so Anderson's trending. Blake is a
Yeah.
shot. Carolina's winning. So
How
one
many shots
period
do you
in.
need from Blaker?
Yeah, we got 1 shot already for Blake.
How many do you need though?
2.
You know what I've been noticing a lot during these playoffs is on the power play on entries. 4 of the power play on the power play line stop at the blue line and drop back to I guess it would be a defenseman or maybe a forward, back to the blue line. So either whoever the puck carrier is sprints right into the zone. Like that's really something that seems new to me on that type of entry on a power play.
They're trying so many different things now.
Yeah.
Like it's really been kind of interesting to see how it's evolved in terms of like zone entries and the way that the neutral zones are defended on special teams. Because now you see like guys purposely like almost coming to a complete stop in certain specific areas, or like what you see right here in the zone entry, where like guys are bumping into each other at the blue line. That they have to like make a very concentrated effort to not check each other, because you've seen it all season, Ethan, right? They're calling those penalties.
Yeah. Carolina has done such a great job. Even if they get into the zone, they're on them right away, and they barely get past the blue line.
Zero shots
their
from Montreal on that power play. Carolina comes right down the ice and gets another shot. This is games 2, 3, and 4 all over again.
It's just more of the same for sure.
And if Dobish doesn't stand on his head, they're not going to have a chance even at getting to overtime.
This could be it. This game could actually end at 1-0. Unless they get anything.
I was watching that overtime game when Carolina won in game 3. I missed game 2, but game 3, and they could have played an entire another overtime period, and Montreal would have never scored. They weren't even trying to score.
It was
like
so
it's like they forgot that in order to win, you have to score. They just were just flipping the puck out. They had more icings in that game than they did shots on goal. They had 15 icings and 12 shots on goal. We got a super chat. Let's put this. Can we put this up here, Rosie?
Yeah.
We got an update on
Happy birthday to my cat, Dubious. She is 18.
Happy document, thank you, and happy birthday to your cat.
Happy birthday, Dubious. That's
I feel
18
bad
years.
for I feel bad for his dog though. His dog has
feel terrible for his dog.
Oh no,
not a good situation. But happy birthday to Dubious.
There's a lot going on in that comment, but
there is a lot going on in that comment.
Yeah, some good news, bad news situation.
We're wishing the best for both of your dogs, for
At
both
least
of
the
your
dog
animals.
is still alive. The dog's still alive, so we're good on that though. So
have you ever heard, like, that might be the first time outside of Seinfeld that I've had somebody reference Bell's palsy?
No.
Joel Embiid had it recently.
Jim Ross, when he was with the WWE at the time, had Bell's palsy.
I just feel like it's super rare. Like, you never hear about that.
Yeah.
And for it to happen to an animal, like, that just feels like very uncommon.
Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully your dog feels better. Hopefully she comes back.
Yeah, prayers to your dog.
Yeah, prayers up for Lucky.
I miss my dog.
What kind of dog do you have, Rose?
Oh, don't even ask. I'm going to find a picture and I'm going to show you.
Don't even
My
ask.
parents got a new dog.
I didn't say don't ask after the question is asked.
No, yeah. I would say like, hey, don't ask because now you're going to get a lot of pictures. But no, my dog I adopted her, so she's not a specific breed. She's
my parents got a new dog. They got a 7-pound little like poodle, like a toy poodle.
Aw.
We need names. We don't have a name for her yet. I suggested Barky.
Oh, her?
I suggested Barky, but my mom didn't. She doesn't bark a lot, so my mom didn't like Barky. And I suggested Bobby, like Sergei Bobrovsky, but we weren't crazy about that one.
Okay, goal.
It's 2-0. Right off the face-off, a snipe by Stanky, and
ooh, what a snipe! Wow, right over the shoulder of Dobish.
I was a goal behind on that one, huh? I
was waiting for you to react, Roy. I thought you were just playing it cool.
Hey, listen, I'm I lost. I don't know what's going on with this thing now.
That's so cool for Stankoven. Like, he starts it by winning the face-off, and 5 seconds later, shapoopy.
Is he going to win the? Is he going to win the Conn Smythe?
If he picks it up again, if he starts scoring the way he did in the beginning of the playoffs, yeah, very, very possible.
Checking the score here. 24 points tonight in the DK. 0 points for Cole Caulfield, 0 points for Lane Hudson, 0 points for Alex Newhook, Taylor Hall 15, Jackson Blake 5.
Maybe if they get shots on net, maybe they'll score. Who knows?
What the hell, NHL? They took away Jackson Blake's shot. Those bastards.
Unbelievable. 2-0 Carolina.
Yep. More of the same. 13-3 on shots, 2-0 in the score column. It was a nice 7 minutes for Montreal, but they needed to score first, and they did not. And party's starting in Raleigh for sure. The Canes are going to be going to the Stanley Cup final here.
I mean, we said that before the game, so it's not. Really
No, I know, but it
Do
just
you
becomes
remember-
more and more evident. Here's a nice little.
Roy, do you remember when I
Actually got
told
the
you
puck
about
into the zone.
The barbecue place right across the street from the Lenovo Center? That
Oh yes,
Baumgartner
yeah,
and I
you went to that, yeah.
They had that. I got like braised beef mac and cheese, and it was like I'm going crazy just thinking about it.
Oh wow.
Like
Yeah,
the meat was
pulled
like
pork.
little cubed. It was so the sauce. Oh my god.
Yeah, you had a pulled pork. That's a big thing in Carolina.
Oh, it was so good. It was a cool restaurant. You know, like it was like wood, but TVs everywhere. Nice vibe.
Nice.
We should start doing shots for every Habs shot on goal.
Yeah,
It's a
actually,
great
yeah,
call.
because there's no gonna be.
We wouldn't even be drunk. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just
We did
we
this.
just
We did this recently. I went to watch this. I
as
went to
soon
watch a
as you
soccer
say
game with
that,
some
they get a
buddies.
shot on goal.
I went to watch
Yep.
a soccer game with some buddies, and we were watching, and there were no shots on goal in the game. Like, it was the most boring game, and we took like 2 shots. Once we started realizing, we're like, all right, we're gonna take a shot every time they get a shot on goal, and we took like 1. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm having the same dilemma here that this Panther fan is having. I don't want to root for Carter Hart, and I really don't want to root for, but I also really don't want to root for the Carolina Hurricanes. So.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, it's getting late
Oh,
early. Eric
my
Robinson
God.
just made it 3-0 Carolina. Well,
Oh,
I
boy.
thought Dobich had it too. That one snuck right through the
wow.
old.
That was like Brad
Simcoe
Marchand
Olympico.
in game 2, the overtime winner sneaking through the legs. Wow.
It's going to take a lot for St. Louis to make a move in goal, though. You mentioned Fowler.
Yeah, I
like
mean, this is not his fault. What's he supposed to do, man? I mean, he's got to make that save. Don't get me wrong, but he has been so good throughout these playoffs. It would be wrong.
That's a tough one, though, because as soon as you think he's about to start coming in and maybe make a move, he shoots
Yeah.
it. Such a
Yeah.
smart play by Robinson. Because right there, you're thinking, okay, he's about to go backhand. He just got clear. No, he one times it. Like, oh, brilliant shot. That's why he caught Dobich by surprise.
Carolina, they finally got it done. Panthers weren't in their way, and they finally got it done. Good for them. They took advantage, unlike the Tampa Bay Lightning. They took advantage of the Florida Panthers not being in the playoffs this year.
Oh, they gave
So
Blake
how-
a shot
who
back.
are you rooting for?
Thank you, NHL.
Who am I
The
rooting
game might
for?
be over, but we're still going
I'm
for our
rooting for a
parlay.
meteor, Rose. I'm rooting for a meteor. I'm in hell right now. Here, let me move up with the score bug.
Where'd Roy go?
What? Where did I go? Oh my God! Same thing for me.
Maybe he froze.
No.
There he is.
I had to get out because I could not hear anybody. So
Ah.
I came back in. 3-0 Carolina.
It's that
Yep.
it's that South Broward technology, Roy. It's rough.
What are you talking about, man?
Hey, side note,
I'm right next
Um,
to you. What are you talking about? I'm down the street from you.
you're like a good 10 minutes south of me, bro.
Hey, 10
That's
minutes is
catching
better
on the
than an
mic.
hour, isn't it?
Yeah. We're gonna have to have lunch at Antonio's one of these days when I'm at the station and you come up from the studio early.
Yeah.
I almost asked you about it the other day, but I was in a shitty mood.
No.
I wasn't really feeling it. But no, like if you get home like what, like around 1-2 o'clock usually?
Depends on the day, yeah. Depends on the day. Definitely not on Tuesday, though, or Wednesday, but yeah.
Nah, like I usually like to get lunch like between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It's not Dobich's fault. It's not Blake's fault.
It's not Ovich's fault, but
No,
he's the goalie. He's gonna get the blame.
I'm just doing a bit. Yeah, I mean, he has been he's the reason that Montreal even made it to this point. Do you
Yes,
do you
sir.
think Dave that I mean, I guess we can talk about this now. Do you think that Buffalo or Tampa would have put up a better fight than Montreal did?
I mean, it's hard to say because you remember, like at the beginning of the series, even entering the series before they even played and won game one, we were all pretty high on Montreal. The way that they played those first two rounds, they played them very well. So I think going back, like we were kind of like thinking they could be the team to take it to them. But yeah, I don't know because, Buffalo kind of got exposed a bit.
Yeah. Tampa definitely got exposed.
Tampa was tough. I feel like Tampa, Carolina would have been a pretty good, well-matched series of two like teams that know how to play defense. They know how to check in the playoffs. Great goaltending.
I don't want to give Tampa any credit. If they wanted to be here and put up a fight against Carolina, they should have beaten Montreal.
Yeah.
And Buffalo, the same thing. They had their chances.
They took the shot away again. Like, what's going on?
Both of those teams had home game sevens, and they lost.
How's that not interference?
I'm losing my shit right now. Like, how many times are they going to give the shot, take it away, give the shot, take it away? Like, they're torturing me.
That's a great pass. That is definitely interference. Offsides, I guess.
Yeah, it's already 3-0.
Late hit over it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the referees have already given Montreal a power play that was like, huh? And it's still 3-0.
Yeah. At least they tried. $26 left here in the first period. It's I mean, I said it was a back and forth game before Carolina scored. Now it's just whatever. Now we just got to braid through 40 more minutes of this before we can say that Carolina won the Prince of Wales trophy. So we got another hour and a half at least.
So you think they're going to touch it?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, little pizza.
Did they touch it? Did they touch it in 06?
Terrible turnover.
Go!
Little pizza. Nice block.
Terrible
DeAndre.
turnover.
Did they touch it in 06?
That
is a bad turnover.
20 years ago.
Nothing.
I don't remember. That's the end of the first period, and this game's over. Good block by
This is
DeAndre
my dog.
Miller.
That's a really cute dog, Rose. Oh my god.
That's AI, Rose.
No, that's my
Ethan,
dog.
They did not touch it in 06.
They did not
That's
touch it
my
in 06. They won't
beautiful
touch it
dog.
tonight then. No chance.
How are you gonna think that's AI because she's perfect,
That's a very cute dog.
right?
Aw.
You guys
She
wanna
has
see
one
my
blue
dog?
eye.
No.
Percy.
I don't want to see your dog. I see your dog already today. I'm good. Thank
It's
you.
a good deal.
All right, I got to go tuck my kids in.
Yeah, you do that. I don't have a dog. Your
My
dog
dog needs to be tucked in too. She's tired. She ran around too much yesterday with Ollie, and she hurt her leg again, and it's bothering her.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing, baby bear?
All right, Rose. Mentioned earlier that season 2 of Off Campus is going to revolve around the white guy. Well, there are plenty of white people in that show, but the white guy, the blonde-haired white guy in the hockey
Yeah,
team,
the blonde.
and the main character, the woman main character's best friend or roommate or whatever. That couple is going to be the subject of season 2. Why don't you go ahead and describe something that I most likely will not watch next season?
Well, actually, they were not supposed to be next season because their book number 3, book number 2, is John Logan and his girl. But
Great.
because
They haven't even introduced her yet.
no, they haven't. We know who Grace is gonna be because they already like make the phone call with
They casted
the
her.
girl and everything. Yeah. But oh my god, I cannot wait. Like the book. My best friend says that it's so boring that they did a lot of changes for the show that I'm so glad they did because it's so much interesting. It's like, oh my god! And Davenport, bro. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Davenport.
Wait. I cannot. That's a spoiler.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
them.
Good call, Rosie. Good call.
Yep.
That's all right. I wasn't listening anyway.
We've got some questions in the chat here. Somebody asks if Bob leaves, who would be your guys' best replacement for him? the obvious answer for me is Connor Hellebuck. If Connor Hellebuck makes himself available and the Panthers are willing to go out and trade that 8th pick and something more to get Connor Hellebuck, you can have the best goaltender in the world on your team that has won 2 of the last 3 Stanley Cups and been to 3 of the last 4 Stanley Cup finals. That would be the guy I would want, Roy. I mean, he just won a gold medal all by himself, basically. And if he becomes available and decides he wants to get out of Canada, doesn't like where it's going in Winnipeg, the direction the team is heading in, to me, that's the easiest one. There is not a single guy in the league I would want, available or not available, more than Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah, it would have to be a trade. He has 5 years left on his contract with Winnipeg, and right now his cap hit is at 8.5. So that is definitely cheaper than Bob. But yeah, I mean, it's that draft pick is dangling, and it would be a good deal if they get him. So we'll see what happens during the draft. By the way, Dave and I are going to Buffalo, so we're going to try to do the show from out there, and we're going to see what's going to happen during draft night, Ethan.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Other question, Roy.
Oh, by the way, there's a 10-team no-trade list. That
for Hellebuck? Yeah. I can't imagine the Florida Panthers would be one of those teams, especially seeing how much fun he had at Club 11. I was there. So you're going to go to Buffalo with Bonnie Pomeroy?
As you were saying, Rosie.
Who needs me?
Roy, Carolina scoring 6 tonight? Question mark. By Sino Tumiya.
They are on track to score 9. So you never know. So
with Bonnie Pomeroy?
I want to put it past them if they got 5, 6, maybe 5. That can absolutely happen the way that Carolina's now playing as opposed to Montreal. So we'll see. We'll see what happens if Montreal does have any adjustments going into the second period. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did get 6.
Roy, what is your favorite Greg Cook catchphrase so far?
I forgot all of them. Let me tell you something, Ethan. I'm turning 42 in a month and a half, and the signs of me getting old all trace to the fact that I have started forgetting shit. All right. So I've forgotten more about the show that I work for than most people know entirely. Literally.
I'm sure of that. Yeah, if Aho scores again, will Mike apologize? Aho's playing tonight?
Did you just set that up? Do you set yourself up for that joke?
Yes.
Did you really do that?
Yeah.
No,
Mike won't apologize because Mike has been right about Aho for years, and he will continue to be right.
What the heck did Aho do?
Is Seth Jarvis playing tonight?
Seth Jarvis is in the
Well, you want to know something? I have a better joke. Ajo in Spanish is garlic.
Yes, that's true. Somebody said today, whenever I think of Ajo, I think of garlic.
Oh, I like him even more now. That's great. Awesome.
I love garlic. Garlic is delicious. Roy, you're a West Broward guy. Have you been to John the Baker?
I'm a South
Roy?
Broward guy.
You're a Southwest Broward guy, aren't you?
I'm a Southeast Broward guy. What are you doing?
Did you? Okay, sorry. Have you been to John the Baker? My question is, have you been to John the Baker?
No, I've not.
Okay. Sheridan and Flamingo, they have the best garlic rolls you'll ever have in your entire life. John the Baker. Good pizza too, but their garlic rolls really steal the show.
I've been past Sheridan and Flamingo many times. I haven't seen John the Baker yet.
It's in that plaza.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
It's in that plaza that's right on the corner there. I forget what else is in. I think there's maybe like a gym in that plaza. I can't remember.
They had a local cable commercial that I remember too. So
John the Baker, best garlic rolls you'll ever have in your life. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. So I'll look out for that.
Ole, ole. Oh, I'm gonna show you something.
Did she just like do a move where she like what was that?
ECSU 95 in the chat is asking, can Carolina beat Vegas? Yeah, I think the series can go either way. I would probably put my money on Vegas the way they're playing, the way they're getting scoring from their top players. But absolutely, I believe that Carolina can beat Vegas.
We're going to see a lot of block shots in that series.
Oh, my God.
Like people are going to be stepping up and shooting lanes, and
the amount of pucks that are going to be eaten in that series is going to be crazy.
And that's the John Tortorella special right there, boy. Oh. He loves a good block shot from his players.
He has done a fantastic job of Roy. Like you asked, what has he changed earlier? I was reading an article in The Athletic today. He hasn't changed anything. The only thing he's done is just given the guys more confidence and more belief and just told them, go play your game and go do what you guys do. And he's kind of let the assistant coaches do their jobs, and he's been fantastic.
So more F-bombs is
probably. Yeah. Just it seems like they just needed a different voice in that locker room to kind of guide them. And I mean, they've been
Rose
under him. So
Rose, what do you have?
Oh, I'm gonna show people what I got in my collection now. Look who I got.
Is that a soccer card?
That is
Lionel
Messi
card. A Lionel Messi Argentina card from the World Cup.
It's a parallel. And then, do you remember that I got the rookie out of 3 of 99?
You know what? I never got my card. I never got my card.
What?
Where's my card?
And my favorites, my Prism, Red Prism, Caitlin Clark's. Look at that.
Very good.
I have a beautiful collection of collections.
So you had a 10 case where you had these cards stored. That made a lot of noise as you put it down.
You know how much this card is worth?
Why don't you tell me that, Rose?
A lot.
You don't even have an exact figure?
No, because it depends on how it's sold. So, and I want to see
have
a
an
way.
Estimate or ballpark?
Well, somebody was selling it for 4K.
Oh.
But what I want is it's Messi to sign it. So, before I do that, before I sell it, I want him to sign it, then grade it, and then maybe keep it and sell it whenever
Messi signs that card, you could put a couple of zeros behind that 4,000.
I know. I know. I am a card collector, kids. If somebody wants to send me hey, that's Wayne Gretzky. If somebody wants to send me cards and I can open them live.
No, that's Wayne Gretzky. That's Wayne Gretzky.
Ned Gretzky. A couple of comments in the chat I want to get to. Would the better finals result be Carolina for the Panthers? They needed for us to miss the Cup playoffs to finally win. No, you never want to see your rivals win the Cup. But yes, it is funny that Carolina finally got to the Cup. It would have been funnier though if Carolina missed the Cup with the Panthers weren't not even there, like how the Lightning lost in the first round. Like that to me was the funniest possible thing. And then the other thing I want to respond to is Brendan McCaffrey says Montreal has a young core, so they should be back. Absolutely. This team's not going anywhere. They scored 106 points this season, and I think I kind of expected them to, after making the playoffs last year, I wasn't sure they would be back, but 106 points, 1-2 playoff series, took out Tampa and Buffalo. They will absolutely be around for a long time, Montreal. They're going to be one of the better teams in the Atlantic and the East for years now. And Roy, that Atlantic division, when you look at it next year, I think we talked about this on the last stream maybe. There are 8 teams. All 8 teams in that division are playoff caliber. When you look at Buffalo made it finally this year. Boston
been a disappointment.
Was back in the playoffs this year. Detroit has obviously been a disappointment, but they have collapsed. They've been in playoff position the last 3 seasons and collapsed in March. So they clearly have the ability to be in contention, and if they improve this offseason, they should, be around. So you have 8 teams that are going to be right in the playoff race next year in the Atlantic Division, all 8 of them. And there's only 5 spots. So it's going to be a fascinating race next year. This is why if they went back to the 1 through 8 seeding for the playoffs, Roy, wouldn't it be fascinating to see, like, there's a real possibility that you could have 7 of the 8 teams from the Atlantic Division if they were to go back to 1 through 8 seeding next year, which they won't.
Kendra Miller with a big-time block in front of Anderson in this game. He dropped down and showed his back to the shot, and he took that square in the back. That has to be painful. Keandre Miller has been a huge presence in the series defensively. Why don't you talk about his play, Ethan, as you yawn?
Yeah, Long week, Roy. He's been fantastic for them. He's been a great addition. It was an aggressive move to go out and get him. They gave up one of the picks that they acquired in the Stankoven trade from Dallas to get him. But they had the assets and they had their eyes set on a guy that they felt fit what they do. And we hear a lot, like I get tired of hearing about this guy fits what Carolina does and they know the kind of guys that fit what they do. But, you know, as much as I want to argue with it because it's an annoying narrative that you just hear regurgitated all around hockey media, it's kind of true. They know the kind of guy that they like. They know what they want to see players do in their system. And Keandre Miller is another guy. He's aggressive. He pinches in. He can play good offense. And he's been great this year finding spots in the offensive zone and generating offense. And he's done a great job as well. Like you mentioned, shot blocking. He's a nice player. The Rangers, you know, that was a bold move to get rid of him. But we also kind of know what direction the Rangers are heading in. And they got a great haul for him, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that haul.
The Metro Division, yeah.
Boy.
I mean, you just talked about the Rangers. Yeah. That was a complete disaster on the first year of Mike Sullivan.
Yeah.
I don't see any. I'm not going to see any improvement on it. Oh,
yeah. It was a 2-year disaster for the Rangers, right?
Yeah, the Panthers broke them.
Yeah, the Panthers did break them, and they've broken a lot of franchises. They broke the Tampa Bay Lightning. They broke the Boston Bruins. They broke the New York Rangers. You know, they've traded their last, 2 captains. And they went and got JT Miller.
They got one back.
They got one of them back. But Jacob Trouba was great for the Ducks this year. Chris Kreider is great for the Ducks this year. I don't know what direction New York is heading in. They didn't get, cash in and get the number 1 pick and, possibly get Gavin McKenna. They'll probably get a great player at their spot in the draft because there's great players in that area. But yeah, it's, man, like to go through a rebuild again. And, the interesting thing with the Rangers is they were a team that rebuilt, Roy, or they tried to at least, right? But they never really did because they signed Panarin. And Panarin was like, "I'm coming. Wait,
isn't Panarin
figure it out?"
Them?
No. This
is
before.
So this was in 2019 when the Panthers signed Bob. That offseason, the 2 big guys were Panarin and Bob, and the Rangers signed Panarin because Panarin told them, "I'm coming. Figure it out." And they built a team around him that they kind of rushed to rebuild. Right? They tried to retool after saying they were going to rebuild. And it just didn't work. And it totally blew up in their face. And the closest they got was they made a couple Eastern Conference Finals. They were up 2-1 on the Panthers in 2024. And then the Panthers flipped it in Game 4 with that goal against Sam Reinhart, which the 2-year anniversary was yesterday or something. And now they're stuck, Roy. They're just kind of and they got to figure it out. I mean, at this point, the cupboard is pretty dry. I expect Vincent Trocheck to be on the move this summer. And all you're kind of left with at that point is JT Miller and Mika Zibanejad. Which, are you going to say the line now, Roy?
You know what?
Dave's not here.
I got to have
say the
Dave
line when Dave's here.
I got to have Dave for that one because
yeah. We'll get him when it.
It's all a joke.
But
there's another question there.
This is a great question.
Before that question, is he important, or did he do something this season, or is he just a player that nobody cares about?
He was a rookie last season. I think he'll probably
so, right?
Yeah, but did he do something?
I don't remember if he did anything. I just know that he's a rookie. He'll probably have more time on the team next season. Anyway, the next question.
A great question.
This is from Happy Ducky Man. Are the Sharks making the playoffs next year? How long until they win their first championship? I had hope for 6 years, but we never did it. I'm surprised they didn't make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they got really close. They got really close.
But the Ducks ended up going into the playoffs, as well as the Kings and the Oilers. They just missed.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by the Sharks.
I expect them to make the playoffs next year.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by the Sharks, Roy, because I felt like they overachieved a lot this year. They were a one-man band, and that one man almost got them there. Obviously, Celebrini's an incredible player. Will Smith is a great player as well. They're probably going to trade William Eklund. I think they're going to be the team that gives Darren Radish way too much money to be a $40 1-point player next year again. I don't know with San Jose. It feels like they're due for a little bit of regression next year, but also probably progression from Macklin Celebrini. And like you said, Roy, they were right there last year. Yes, they were a team that hung around for longer than 6 years, it felt like, and never really got over the hump. They made it to one Stanley Cup final, the Sharks. They lost to the Penguins in 2017. But they never, got over the hump, and they're not going to win a cup within the next 2 or 3 years, I don't think, but they're certainly building towards that. And that number 2 pick is a very valuable asset, whether they want to stay there and take a guy like Sternberg or Verhoff, or if McKenna falls, or they want to use it to go out and get a veteran to pair with Macklin Celebrini or run their power play. They certainly have value with that number 2 pick, and they can use it in many, many ways to improve their team. Dave, the question was, do you think the Sharks will make the playoffs next year?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they don't. They were right there with it for much of this season, and I would think they're going to be better. Their young guys are going to be a year older, more experienced. And you remember, they got off to that horrendous start last season, too, and they bounced right back from that. So I would think I'll be surprised if they don't make the playoffs, yeah.
All right, so we are now back here in the second period. We just started with puck drop. Dave, you weren't here when this happened, but we did talk about the Rangers, and Mika Zibanejad's name got brought up, which brings me back to our joke of if Al Pacino met Mika if he had met Mika Zibanejad in the diner in Heat instead of Robert De Niro.
Is that what it is? I never knew that. Seth Jarvis? Oh, how did that not go in?
Yeah, I had coffee with Zibanejad a half hour ago.
Yes, Chris Greer's brother. Oh my God, Chris Greer's brother, Mike Greer, is still the GM of the Sharks. Yes. Somebody in the chat asked that, so I was just.
Looks like what's happening here, Roy? Is Carolina going on the power play?
Carolina, yep, back on the power play. Caden
Montreal came out for the second period and just chose violence.
Nick Suzuki held on to Seth Jarvis.
Just missed.
Looks like Caden Gooley's going to take a penalty here for staying on top of. Is that Jordan Martinook?
Staying on top of him.
How did Jarvis not score on this rebound here? Just kind of
fluttering puck,
tipped on it, and then a knuckle puck. The Ducks do have some good young talent. I love that team. They were 2 games away from the Western Conference Final this year. I don't see any reason they won't be back next year as well, and better, especially if they use a lot of their resources. They have a ton of money this offseason to spend. It's a terrible free agent class, but they could go out and make a trade and get somebody to beef up their team.
Yeah, it's going to be a very active trade market, I think, or at least
that's what everybody says. But everybody said that last summer as well. And this is a fascinating question here. Where does John Carlson play next year? It's either Anaheim
it's not going to be Washington because
or
they
out
lowballed
east.
him.
I think Anaheim should really try and bring him back. They need that veteran presence on the blue line. He was a great addition for them. They have plenty of money to get it done. But he might want to go east, and he might be able to get a lot of money to go back east. But Roy's right about that. It's not going to be Washington. That's for sure. That bridge seems to be burnt.
The bridge, the road leading to the bridge,
the
car,
the town, each town and on either side of the bridge,
the grass that's surrounding the road.
Oh,
they really screwed that one up.
Is Vancouver a Demko return away from climbing out of the basement, or is it more systemic with them right now? They have to figure out everything in Vancouver.
I mean, they were there for part of this season. It wasn't that good.
They've got to figure out an office. They need a new coach. Wow, they need a bunch of new players. I like Zeev Boyum. I like Marco Rossi. I'm a big Brock Besser guy, but my God, oof. It's an ugly situation there in Vancouver, which is a bummer because I saw a video recently of the atmosphere in Vancouver for Game 7 of that 2011 Cup Final. And I know what happened afterwards was obviously ugly. But, man, isn't the NHL better when that market is rocking?
It's a real shame what happened to them. They now have the 3rd overall pick.
They were on a 100-point
team. The worst team in the league.
What, 2 seasons ago? They were in a Game 7 with the Edmonton Oilers in the second round? Like, It's crazy how far they've fallen off in just a couple years. Fascinating. They traded their franchise player, and they had to. They had no choice but to trade their franchise player. Yeah, oof, it's ugly. They might
So the
trade
power
Brock
play
Besser.
has ended with barely a scratch.
Brock Besser on a deal that would probably be favorable to a team that's looking for some middle six scoring, I would think. Maybe a team like Anaheim, maybe a team like San Jose would want to go get Brock Besser to pair along with some of their young guys. Tally 25, 30 goals next year.
It could be fun, man. I'm telling you, there's potential for the end of next month.
I agree with you, Dave, but we hear it every year, right? We hear it every year, and I'll believe it when I see it.
What does the shark say to the panther? I don't know.
What are you doing? Why? What are you doing here?
That's a joke somebody sent, and they're asking. So I need the punch of the joke. Do you know the answer to the joke?
The punch line of the joke is what.
The Flyers need some middle six depth. They need a good second defensive pairing and just more of the same from Daniel Vladar.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Carolina might have a penalty here.
Yeah, high stick here on Joe Veleno. What do the Flyers need to become legitimate contenders? Michkov needs to take that leap. They need a lot. I thought their playoff appearance this year was kind of fluky, but in that Metro, I don't see why they can't be back there next year if they make the right moves. Are the Oilers of the Bills of the NHL? And if so,
no, they are not.
The Oilers won 4 cups in the
80s. They have Stanley Cups.
They won 5
Bills
cups
have
in the
not
80s.
won a
Excuse
Super
me.
Bowl.
Yeah, they won 5 cups in the 80s, including one where they won without Wayne Gretzky. They traded Wayne Gretzky and still won the Stanley Cup.
Well, here's the answer. Paws off my chum. I did not understand the answer.
The chum bucket. Somebody's got to shoot the puck here for Montreal. Just got to get something towards Trey Anderson. There you go.
I think he's returning.
I think he comes back.
I
He's
think
returning
he's
because he wants.
well.
Yeah, he wants his 1,000 goals. Until he
would have
doesn't
to
get
play
that
for
one.
a long time.
That's going to be.
He would have to play for another 3 or 4 years to get 1,000. But
I think he's
if anybody can do it, it's him, is it not? He's going to be able to shoot that power play slap shot from his office for the next 10 years at least.
Oh, come on, man.
Two chances for Caulfield in the back.
That was a pizza right in Caulfield's skates, though. He didn't really have a chance to get that in. They're
That's
snapping it around nice on the power
Stromboli,
play,
a
though.
cannoli.
Shut up, I'm hungry.
Oh, Caulfield. Oh, you got to bury that. Does that make the Stars the Ravens, or is it the Wild? Well, the Wild haven't won a Stanley Cup. Who would be the Ravens of the NHL?
The Ravens have a Super Bowl. A couple
they have 2 Super Bowls. They have one in 2000, one in 2012.
And we're not even counting their years as the Browns.
And they've been around for a while. Tampa's not a bad comparison. They won one early in their franchise's history, and then they won 2. Baltimore only has 1 in the modern era, and they've been around for a long time and have had troubles getting over the hump the last few years. That's actually a pretty good comparison, Dave. Tampa and the Ravens. Nice job, Dave. This is a fun game.
Is it?
Yeah, comparing NHL teams to NFL teams. Dave Damashek would love this. My God, Dave Damashek would be having a fucking field day right now.
Yeah, well, you can check that out on Football America.
Now you can bring that to Football America.
Next week, Thursday, we will be having our Stanley Cup final watch along. Whenever that might be. It might be game 1. It might be game 2. I guess it depends on what's
looking like it'll be game 2.
It looks like it's going to be game 2.
Yeah.
Who are the Dolphins? The Dolphins are kind of like the Flyers, if we're being honest. They won 2 championships a long time ago and haven't done shit since. They've had a few good years. I mean, the Flyers made a Stanley Cup final, but
yeah, I think
Flyers
that kind
and
of
Dolphins is not a bad comp.
I'm trying to think if there's a better one. That's pretty good.
I could do this all day. I could do this all day, man. Wow.
all night because
I'm
it's
not
already
staying
night.
up.
Yeah, exactly. It's 9:30. So what are we gonna do with our hockeyless weekend, guys? We're gonna watch Game 7 of Spurs Thunder tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow Caitlin Clark wins.
Dude,
Wins.
Rose, you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's
What?
big event.
Saturday.
Champions League final. PSG Arsenal.
I want Arsenal to win, but
No. You want
go
PSG to
PSG.
win.
All right, well, you have fun watching that.
Yes, I want PSG. Obviously, PSG is my squad. I will be, unfortunately, on a boat watching on my phone. But allez Paris.
Oh, it's
Oh,
4-0.
my goodness.
Jackson Blake.
Wow.
That's the
4-0.
shot. You cannot take that one away from him.
Where was
St.
the
Govan,
Canadiens
Hall.
defense there? Because that rebound was right there on Jackson Blake's.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Jesus.
There's a camera person
was
on the ice.
defense? Like, it's
There's
like
a
a
camera person on the
2-0.
ice. There it is. We mentioned that earlier today. The NHL also has cameramen on the ice to, I guess,
That's crazy.
film the celebration going to the bench. So, yeah, they did that
Okay,
in the
Ethan.
Canadian Hockey League.
He's
And
gonna shoot
they're
it.
doing that in the NHL.
Dobish
Hey,
is gonna
Nady.
And then
The Panthers are the
He
Eagles,
comes
or
in.
who would the Panthers be?
What?
That is not a bad comparison because they didn't win for a long time, and then they won twice recently.
it's got to be somebody that's done nothing for like 25 years. The Dolphins have
Yeah,
done
the
nothing.
problem is the Eagles had.
Well, they're the
they hadn't
Seahawks then. How about
won,
that?
but they had
That's
history.
That's why I'm going in my head.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
they've been to
what
multiple
team had
Super Bowls.
success forever ago, and then has really done a whole lot of nothing. What do you think, Nathan?
What about the Seahawks?
No, they've had
Steve
success.
Boynton.
Did you say
Oh,
the Seahawks?
it's
Troy? I
not
missed
good.
that. Sorry.
I just know how I play hockey.
The Seahawks didn't win anything for years, and they've won 2 in the modern era.
Blackhawks?
I'm just
They didn't go back to back. Well, the Blackhawks won. The
Yeah,
Blackhawks
Blackhawks
are.
won 3. I know, blah, blah, blah.
The Blackhawks, what, they have 5 now?
Yeah.
The Blackhawks are more like maybe like the Steelers. Like they won a lot early, and then they didn't win for a long time, and then they won 2. This is fun. The
Are
Avs
you
are
going to
the
do this the
Seahawks.
entire second period?
I could do this. I won't, but I
There's
could.
a hockey game currently going on. It might be over, but it's still going
Yeah.
on.
The Blackhawks are the San Francisco Giants. That's a great comp.
Oh,
Yes, that is a great comp. They didn't win for years and years and years. Giant drought, well over 50 years, and then they won 3 in 5 years. That's a perfect comp. The Blackhawks are the San Francisco Giants. Nice
Are the
job.
Detroit Lions the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes, yes. I am a Detroit
Okay, well-
Lion fan. Yes,
Okay.
They're-
Well, the Lions have not won a Super Bowl. They won NFL championships. They haven't
doesn't
won-
matter.
but it was around the same time period.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
a good point. It's like non-modern championships that they have. Same with the
and we always get
Lions and the
to
Leafs.
somewhere, and then when we're somewhere, we never do anything, and they always make
You
the
always get
fans.
to somewhere.
Yes,
You always
the
get to-
Lions, they make their fans root for them, and then they get far, and then they do nothing.
No, they only
It's
That's,
so
started
painful to
that's-
be
out.
that's not necessarily the case there, Rosie.
You know who
given
might have a
the
shout
track
for
record of
being-
that
I
franchise.
didn't know if I know to play hockey.
Yeah.
Being a
I've
Lions
got-
fan
I've got
is
Now
a
you
big
tell him.
masochist.
You tell him, Nathan. You tell him.
Tell it to them.
Are you talking to
I know
them?
who the Spurs are. The Spurs are the Pittsburgh Penguins. They've lucked into multiple number 1 picks, and they've taken advantage of titles in all of their eras, right? So the Spurs had David Robinson, they had Tim Duncan, they now have Victor Wembanyama. The Penguins had Mario Lemieux, they got Evgeny Malkin, they got Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
They won in both of those eras.
That's a good idea.
And I think the Spurs have 5 and the Penguins have 4 or 5. Spurs and Penguins is the right comparison there. I'm telling you, Roy, I could do this all day, dude.
Let's not.
All day.
Settle down, Captain America.
Let's not. Let's not do that.
Who are the Falcons? Yeah, the Sharks are not a bad comparison. Team that hasn't won ever.
Sounds like
going
Guatemala.
home
It does.
You know who the Dolphins might be? The Islanders.
The Islanders
won
won
4
4
in a
consecutive
row,
times,
dude.
so-
Well, no, but the Islanders won back to. They won 4 in a row. The Dolphins went to 3 in a row. They won 2. Stop, dude. I'm rolling here. Chill.
Let him go. He's rolling. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, Rosie, the
don't
Lions
unplug
have
the mic.
lost. They've been to the conference championship twice since 1991. Obviously, they lost both of those. So,
Yeah.
as far as going far is concerned, they haven't really done that. They've only gone past the divisional round 3 times, and the third time was last year. So,
Yeah.
a-
No.
Somebody's
I
Happy
thought-
Duckman says, sorry, Rosie, go ahead.
I thought 2 years ago the Lions were gonna be winners, but yeah, no, it did not
I was-
happen. Sorry.
I was
Go
rooting
ahead.
hard for the Lions to
Yeah, me
win
too.
because it would be great to see them win a title. The Rams are like the Avalanche. The team moved and won. That's a funny comp because the same Stan Kroenke owns both the Rams and the Avalanche, and it's true because they did both move and then win.
yeah. So Carolina right now having possession. Not anymore. They took the puck away. Now Montreal is exiting. It's been all Hurricanes in this one, boy. All Hurricanes 4-0 here as we reach halfway into the second and in this game.
Ooh, Roy,
This is a good
they're
question.
hitting the Olay chants in Lenovo Center. Oof, that's tough. That's tough.
So we got a question here. Thoughts on the guy who wears a Whalers jersey to our Canes game? Because I may be that
Perfectly
guy.
fine with that.
I'm
Perfect.
perfectly okay with that.
Totally
Same with
accept- There's a Whalers store in
Same with
Lenovo
Nordique
Center.
2.5 game. No problem with that.
No,
Nordique
last
just,
year when I was there, they had a
game.
Whalers themed store
Yeah.
with a bunch of Whalers gear. So absolutely, it's encouraged.
You
Yeah,
know, I'm actually a fan of the Brendan Shanahan era Whalers jerseys that added the blue to. They took away the green and made it blue, more of the primary color. I was a fan of those jerseys, but everybody loves the green only jerseys, the Gordie Howe era jerseys.
Blue,
No,
the
no,
blue
not
and
just-
green.
Does Montreal have a lady mascot?
No,
They have the blue
oh,
mascot.
it's just Yuppie.
They have Yuppie and they have the
There's not a
blue, and
Mrs.
then they have
Yuppie?
Metal, the blue mascot. I don't know that it's a lady. I don't know
Is
what
there
it
a
would
lady mascot in hockey?
be.
You know what? I'm gonna be that lady first mascot because they earn a lot of money.
They do.
Mascots
Yeah,
do make a lot of money,
mascots
yeah.
make a good living.
Mascots
You
make
gotta be
over
like Roy's height,
$100,000.
though. Like you gotta be big to wear those suits.
Just to tie a bow on the Whalers thing, first of all, blue and green, great color combination. The Canucks look amazing. Second of all, my friend was at the Avs game 2 of the Avs Knights series, and they sell the Nordiques jerseys there, and I almost had her bring me one, but they only had 52 and above, and I'm a 44, and that was really unfortunate.
I was looking for a Nordiques cap when Chris and I went to Colorado for the Cup final against Tampa.
Yeah.
Could not
Nordiques-
find it.
Nordiques
I-
logo and colors are great.
I took home a Denver Nuggets cap. I was very.
Is there a lady
disappointed.
Sharky? I don't know what that is.
There's a lady Sharky. There's got to be a few lady mascots around the league. Ooh, here comes the
The
penalty. on
wife of the
Montreal.
actual mascot.
Lane Hudson taking a penalty here. Famously, Sean DePaz of What Chaos, his white whale jersey was a white Whalers Mikko Rantanen jersey. It was only worn one time because Mikko Rantanen was only there for 14 games or whatever. And a fan of What Chaos bought it for him. And
There's a
that is an
female
amazing
mascot
jersey to have.
tonight. The game.
Yeah,
we're
I was gonna
watching-
say I thought the Canes had one too. I feel
They
like I've
do.
seen a cane, a pig with some hair and a purse
Her
or
name's
something.
Caroline.
Caroline. That's a great name for a mascot.
Caroline.
Sweet,
Sweet
Caroline.
Caroline.
Ba,
ba,
That song sucks.
That's not the
Does
song
not
that I was
suck.
singing. That's
So
not the
good,
song that I was
so
singing.
good.
It would not suck. It's a good song.
I'm out on
Caroline.
I'm out on Sweet Caroline and I'm out on Mr. Brightside as well.
Thank
I just
God.
don't like Mr. Brightside because of the premise. Like we're all getting pumped up about somebody getting cheated on. So that otherwise it's a great jam. That's another question. What's a really good song that's like when you read the lyrics, it's really fucked up, but the song is like a banger that
Kicks.
everybody loves.
Pumped Up
Oh.
Kicks is
All the
Terribly
other
fucked up
kids
song.
with
Top of the list.
pumped.
Top of the list. Pumped Up Kids.
Yeah, we had to ban that song from the show when we were playing intro music.
Yeah,
Because
no,
of the
that's
premise. So yeah,
totally
that had to
good
be.
call.
So if there's an instrumental, I'll be rocking out to the instrumental. But yeah, the lyrics are not good. Not good.
That is a great comment. That if there was a female, like if the Rangers had a female mascot or the Islanders or somebody, that Gritty would totally like turn them out.
Speaking of the Flyers, I guess you can call this a question. Not a mascot, but would Kate Smith have been a symbol or logo for the NHL when she was doing it? She was singing. Was it America the Beautiful? No, it wasn't America the Beautiful. But she was singing.
Beautiful.
She was singing that for the Flyers before the games, instead of the national anthem.
No, God Bless America.
Oh, God Bless America. Yes, she was singing God Bless America at the Spectrum for the Flyers before the game. She did a fabulous job doing that. Man.
Isn't that like the recording that they play, like whenever they have like a big MLB game and they play God Bless America at the 7th inning stretch? Isn't it like the Kate Smith recording that they usually play?
Yep. Sounded like they actually cut off some in the middle too. It was a bad edit or something. But yeah, that was the song that they usually play during the stretch.
America the Beautiful is the Ray Charles one that they play in the Sandlot, right?
Yes, the Sandlot, absolutely. The
That
fireworks
is
scene.
one of the most beautiful versions of any America song ever.
That's such a
It's
great
probably
clip,
number
man.
one. It's probably number one. If McDavid never wins a cup, is he the Marino of the NHL? I mean, yes, he would be the best player that has never won a Stanley Cup, and Dan Marino is the best football player that never won a Super Bowl. So,
Totally.
Charles
yeah,
Barkley.
I think that's a fair comparison. Charles Barkley, best basketball player
Hit the
to
net,
never win a
Blake.
trophy.
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds, player who never won a World Series.
Not won a
But
World Series.
baseball, there's more of those great players that never won a World Series because it's such a. Mike Trout will end up on that list as barring a.
Yeah,
trade
but Barry
World Series
Bonds is
contender
the
here.
best player
Yeah,
of all time.
obviously,
So.
and never won a World Series. Yes, so
Did he play in more than one World Series? Did he play one with Pittsburgh?
No.
He
not
only
in
played in that
Pittsburgh.
one in 02.
Just the one against the Angels.
Yeah, against the Angels. Yeah,
And that series
he was
went
close.
7
He was
games,
close with the Pirates, but could not get past the Braves in the National League Championship.
and he
Series.
was bad in those playoffs, and he
He was the reason they
garnered
lost.
a narrative. By the way, I read his biography by
Oh, you landed
Jeff
right on top of him.
Pearlman. That was a fantastic book, but yeah, I don't realize because I grew up. Obviously, I was so young towards the end of Barry's career. There was a narrative around him that he was a playoff choker for a long, long time until that 02 playoff run when he was out of this world and basically led the Giants to the World Series against the Angels. That was a good Giants team. You know who was on the Giants that year? I don't think he played in the World Series, though, was Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders was on the Giants that year.
Deion Sanders also played against him in that National League Championship Series, I believe.
Yeah, in 92.
So yeah,
And,
the story. By the way, the story about that was Andy Van Slyke. And this was on the game-winning hit. Andy Van Slyke told him to play. I think it was off the line.
Yes.
Off the line, but he did it. In fact,
That's
not only
right.
did he not listen to Andy Van Slyke, he flipped him the bird. He said, "I'm not gonna do anything."
And then he
And
couldn't make
then-
the throw to home plate.
He couldn't make the throw to home plate because he was playing away from the position that Andy Van Slyke told him to play. So so that was the story on that, and then obviously he goes to San Francisco in free agency. So yeah,
And look at Stankoven almost scoring the same exact goal twice, but putting this one off the bar. Bonds, by the way, retires 3 years before the Giants win 3 World Series in 5 years.
that's what tends to happen, man.
Yep. It's the Ewing effect, right? They also built those teams were hilarious. Like those teams were so funny.
I mean, it's the
they were built
Ewing
around
effect. The Knicks
pitching
gonna win.
staff.
The
But
Knicks
if
gonna
you
win.
look at
It's
some of
not
the
really
names that were on
Ewing
those
effect.
teams, except for like Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Buster Posey, there were a whole lot of Marco Scuderos and Cody Rosses and Angel Pagans, and
It's the 7,
I-
8, 9 hitters you got to worry about.
yeah, and Pat Burrell. Pat Burrell was great on the 2010 team for them. A certain first baseman whose name we do not mention that wore 17 for the San Francisco Giants was great in a couple of those runs. Hi, Dad. Yeah, my dad loves the San Francisco Giants talk. He's very happy to be talking about the San Francisco
Are
Giants.
you really pointing
He's-
out the questions and comments from your family members? What are we doing here?
It's my dad.
Think
Rose
about
Rose put my dad's comment on the screen. So, the
Why
2005 White Sox are a hilarious team, a very funny, like total blip on the radar, total flash in the pan kind of team. Have literally done nothing since. I mean, they were in a couple of the playoffs, I think, around that time, but and the 2005 Astros as well. Got
Who is
swept
in
by the
Elway?
White Sox.
Who is in Elway? Is that John Elway was
John
the
Elway.
quarterback of the
Who is in Elway?
Broncos. No, she said, what is in Elway?
What is an Elway?
Unbelievable. Yeah, so John
man.
Elway was the quarterback of the Denver Broncos who had Super Bowl failures before he ended up winning back-to-back in, what was it, 98 and 99?
Yeah.
Or was it 97 and 98?
97, 98. Green Bay, 96. Denver, 97, 98.
Yeah. So,
99 was the Titans.
No,
Yeah,
99 with the Rams.
No, the
big,
Rams
this
beating
one
the Titans.
for
Excuse
John.
me.
The Titans, right. The Titans.
Yeah, the Rams beating the
reached for the
Titans.
goal line, and the Rams
That's a
stopped
great place to freeze, Roy. Reach for the goal line, Roy. You're so close.
Helicopter.
Roy, we lost you for a second. Were you talking about Elway getting helicoptered in the Super Bowl in 97?
That's the only word I said was helicopter as I waited to get back on.
Yes, Bonds was still great at the end of his career. If you look it up in 07, he had like a OPS over 1,000, but he got blackballed from the league. But he could have played another 3 or 4 years and still been a very, very productive player. Who wins a chip first, the Oilers or the Bills? What a question! Oh my God, what a great question there. I don't have an answer. Roy, David, do you guys have an answer? Who wins first?
No,
Wait,
I don't
what's
have
the
an answer. Why
question?
you bring it up?
The Bills.
The Oilers or the Bills? Who wins
I
the
think the
title
Bills.
first?
I think the Bills are close.
You don't think
If they
the
don't
Oilers are
win one
close anymore?
soon.
I mean, the Oilers did just lose in the first round, so
DJ Margallo. Would
That's
you
what
send me the
distracted
link?
me. As soon as I saw that, I had to make a quick Google and see what he said.
Please. Thank you.
It's Elway Ovechkin. That's not a bad comp, but Elway has 2, Ovi has 1.
I mean,
Yes, we do miss Billy.
if Ovi would have retired after winning the cup, then yes.
I've got one for Ovi. How about Drew Brees? Giant
That's good.
numbers,
Yeah,
only
that's
one
good.
championship, and kind of had some playoff struggles other than that. It's not a bad comp. Yes, of course we miss Billy.
Less than 5 minutes left in the second period here. It's still 4-0 as now they're just playing out the string.
What do you think about me getting Billy in the next life?
You what?
Are you
Getting
making up
Billy
questions
to
now?
be on the next live.
Why are you making up questions now?
I'm not making
not-
up questions. I am asking.
You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Really?
I'm hungry. Can we order
Okay.
food on the live stream?
Ice,
You can
ice,
order food on
baby.
the live stream. I'm not going to pay for it. I don't have any money. I
Yeah,
barely
we're not
afford this
together.
pizza that I
What
got.
do you mean? Can we order food? We're not
I'm
together.
hungry. My wife made tacos, but I had way too many earlier.
No, I haven't. Can you send me the link to all of this? Thank
Too
you.
many tacos from earlier that you had. No?
Yeah, I don't want to eat more tacos. I'm hungry, but I want to eat something different.
Yeah, you're going to get that Uber Eats situation going.
Man, it's just
Oh, that's a nice
so
move by
overpriced.
Kirby Doc.
We get another power play here.
No.
Oh, that's a handsome guy.
Vinay makes a good point. I was thinking about Aaron Rodgers for Ovechkin,
yeah.
but
Yeah, there we
but
go.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the records. Like Drew Brees has the all-time passing record, does he not? And Ovi has the.
Is there a hockey
Old
player that
record.
went crazy?
What kind of
Marianne?
crazy are we talking about
There's
here?
plenty of them.
Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
well, we could get really we could have an interesting conversation here.
No, who's the hockey Aaron Rodgers? Is what I'm saying. Like who's
Like
you know,
went off the rails a little bit,
Yeah.
like in a drug-induced stupor.
Yeah, like
Went
Hockey
into a
players are
darkness
too
retreat.
serious for that kind of
Too
thing,
many
man.
men here for Montreal. This is like the third or fourth too many men I feel like they've taken in this series.
There
Their
had to be a
changes have
too
not
many
been
men
good.
penalty. We had Sarah Sivian on the
Yeah,
hockey show today.
great
There
point.
had to be at least one too many men penalty in this game.
Salute to Sarah. How great is Sarah? How great is too many men?
Great on great.
Oh boy.
We've had all three on the show at some point, right? We've had Shayna and Allison.
Yeah, and we had Allison
Yeah.
recently. Yeah, and we've had Shayna multiple times.
20-10 shots on goal so far in favor. 21-10 shots on goal in favor of Carolina. Yeah, like if Montreal makes it to 15, it will be an achievement. They won't win the game, but it will definitely be on the over on shots on net. I can tell you that right now, in my opinion, because I barely thought they were going to make 15 shots on net tonight, and they are at 10 currently.
You can't say Aaron Rodgers is Patrick Kane when Patrick Kane has 3 championships and Aaron Rodgers has 1. That just isn't.
I mean, you can say that. You can be wrong, but you can.
You
say
can't,
that.
right?
Minute 10 left in this power play here.
That's the best joke I've heard since David's joke on the show today about off campus. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. I mean, it's going to depend on who wins, but if you're just telling me, like, right now, Marner, I would pick Marner. He would be my vote. But if Carolina wins, then I would vote for Stankoven because you shouldn't give the Conn Smythe to a player on a losing team. It's just not how it should be. It's a dumb thing to do.
Yeah, that was still kind of
Yeah, that was very annoying.
It makes it funnier, though. Like, it does make it funny that McDavid's Conn Smythe comes in a losing effort.
The Hurricanes have scored again. It is 5-0 power play goal
Gostisbehere.
for Ghost.
Ghost Bear.
I wonder if that's it for Dobish. They're gonna let the rookie
5-0.
get some work.
Yeah, 5-0. You gotta get. No,
Well,
you know
it's-
what?
it's
There's
not-
a minute 58 left in the period.
Yeah, that it may be for the third, but it's just because
Well, yeah,
after
that's
Montreal got hurt, they
weird.
don't really. I mean, Fowler he played a few games during the regular season.
Yeah, but
Man,
I don't think Martin St. Louis is going to embarrass Dobes like that. And I think he's going to play out the rest of the second.
Yeah, no, if a change comes, maybe during the intermission.
Oh, look at that poor sad face. Oh,
Oh,
that's too bad. Makes
Yeah,
you feel
I mean,
bad.
Goss
He's
is
He's
very
doing all he can. He did all he could to keep this team in the series, and he's just getting failed. They're failing him.
totally. Goss Bear's a South Florida kid. His dad was a highlight player.
Gostisbehere was a junior Panther,
Yep.
and he's got his name on the wall at the practice facility.
Yes, he does.
That's cool.
$90 left here in this second period. The one positive, guys, no overtime.
Yeah,
You got that going for us.
yes.
My worst nightmare of a cup final. You guys know that Vegas, I wrote off Vegas so much that I didn't even consider the possibility that Vegas was going to go to a cup final until
they went to a cup final.
Until they were in the cup final. And now it's Vegas against Carolina. Like, it's just my worst fucking nightmare, man. I'm in hell. I mean, I guess it could have been Vegas against Tampa. But Jesus. This is just my worst nightmare. If you've watched our streams, you've seen me at my absolute worst. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final last year.
Oh Lord.
Just shitting my pants.
Well, as usual, Ethan's making this about himself. Yes,
This
we've
is
seen
a
you
great
shit your
graphic
pants.
here,
Yeah.
Roy. They're showing Sunday and Tuesday, Game 6 and Game 7, if necessary. That's great.
I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, 5-0 Carolina here as we get to the end of the second. Man, it's time. Well, we asked earlier if Carolina could end up getting 6 tonight, and I said they're definitely getting 5. They got 5, so it's looking like 6 just might happen.
Yeah, they
But
still got a third of the game to go.
yeah, although they'll probably call off the dogs at this point. But yeah,
The dog days are over.
That's the thing about hockey, though. You can't really ease up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you ease
think
up?
that they're going to score 5 in the third, David?
No, but how do you stop playing hockey? Like you can
No,
stop playing football by running it. You can stop playing basketball by not really winding down the clock. How do you stop playing hockey?
Yeah, as long as the other team's trying, you have to go all out. Otherwise,
No,
you're putting yourself in a bad
it's
spot.
dumps and it's puck possession in.
Yeah,
That-
I mean they
that's
might try
it.
to sit on it, but it depends. I think it's going to depend how aggressive Montreal wants to be. Because look, they've got like 5 shots at the end of this period.
And that's the end of the second period. The score is 5-0 Carolina as this series comes to an end about 3 days ago. But we got 20 minutes left officially, technically left in the series by NHL rule. So no overtime is going to happen. That's the same door that the Panthers walked out of, saying 10 minutes until bus. That the Canadiens are sadly walking through right now as they head into the intermission. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Speaking of the
So-
Panthers in this arena, this is the most lopsided Eastern Conference Final I've seen since the Panthers beat the Hurricanes last year.
Yeah.
So can you put me up to date, please?
On
Up
what?
to date to what?
About the Stu and Dan thing.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not my business. Well, it is my business, but I don't
It
know. I
is
don't have any
because
information.
I know Dan talked publicly there.
Okay.
Where's
well,
that?
I
Dan
don't
said
think this is the forum for us to be talking about.
No, I know, but
not between us.
where's that video?
where's
was it-
that video? It's on YouTube.
But was it
happened
was it
during,
during
it
the
happened during
live?
the local hour on Thursday. Well, you go and find it.
Local hour on Thursday. Wow. And Stu answered. Wow. How about that?
Yeah. Well, how about that? Anyway,
Roy, if the Canes were playing healthy Panthers, what is your take?
Panthers sweep them. That's it. Sweep them again.
Roy.
Yeah.
Hell
Who
yeah.
is this lady in this All-State commercial? Why does she look
What?
so familiar? Oh, my
Sofia Vergara.
the All-State commercial.
oh, she's doing a lot.
She looks familiar. I have no idea who this girl is. This lady is.
Hold on.
Oh. Wait, you're not watching a Taco Bell commercial?
No, the Taco Bell commercial was after the All-State commercial.
Oh, I know. who it is.
Her name is Judy Greer.
Oh, Judy Greer. Yeah. No, yeah.
Wait, I'm watching a Cheesehead one. Aren't we there?
Yeah, I see that she's the one.
She's been in a
Oh.
lot.
Yeah, she's been in a lot. Yeah. She's funny.
Yeah, and I remember I think the first thing I saw her in was like Jawbreaker back when we were kids.
Roy, Sino to Ninja says, Roy, I'm gonna Venmo you when the Canes score the 6.
For what? You're gonna give me money for what? I ain't doing anything. I'm just sitting here watching hockey.
Just say thank you. Yes, please. You can Venmo me. I'll make sure it gets to him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So we are just we're just waiting around for the next. Well, it was 18 minutes now for the next 15 minutes until they start the third, and they finally end this godforsaken series because it's been a disaster for the Canadiens. Oof. Just playing out the string at this point.
Roy,
Let's
do you have
see.
top 10 castles? And why is number 1 White Castle? What?
All right, Dave, you're gonna have to start picking these questions because I don't know what Rose is doing over here. Like,
I
what's
don't
going on
know if I can name 10 castles. Like
Stefan
Buckingham?
Castle.
TV show Castle.
Castle Black.
Eureka's Castle.
Oh, that's a good one.
Matt Castle. Wow, that's a good pull. Matt Castle. Good pull. Another year without a Canadian winner. 33 years. Wow, that was
Rose
bad
is
math.
going down the Stugatz rabbit hole. I can tell. She hasn't blinked in like a minute.
Oh, for crying
Oh
out
no,
loud.
I haven't. I am updating the
little castle on a
scoreboard because
chessboard.
remember I
Yeah,
have
Cinderella's
to
castle. That's a good one.
remember I have
What's
to
the
do
castle from Mario World? For Super Mario?
I mean,
Bowser's
there's
castle.
Bowser's
That's
Castle,
Bowser's Castle.
Luigi's Mansion. I guess that's
Princess
a mansion,
Peach.
not a castle.
I mean, it's
The little castle on a chessboard. Yes, the rook, I would say.
the little castle on the chessboard.
Hogwarts. Hogwarts is a castle.
Oh yeah, for me it's Hogwarts. Oof, that castle is.
Somebody
beautiful.
said Stefan Castle, Steve Martin. Also a prop comic.
They're on a delay, Ethan. Crying out loud.
Windsor Castle. Bucky.
Ah! Hey, Cynthia.
where's the castle?
Buckingham
No,
Palace?
No.
I said that one.
No. It's a
What's up,
palace.
Cynthia?
Palace is a
What's the difference
castle.
between a palace and a castle? Important question.
One's a
here.
palace and the other one's a castle. I mean,
Okay.
it's in the name. I mean, figure
Exactly. Uno es palacio y el otro es castillo.
it out. El
What's the
Palacio?
difference between an arena and a center?
What's
Yeah,
the difference between a Santra and a center?
the metric system. Yeah, that's the difference right there.
Oh, Cynthia, that is the best
Cynthia
one.
said
Hogwarts
Hogwarts,
is
Steve
the
Martin.
best one.
Steve Martin.
White Castle.
Dwayne
Also
Jetson.
Steve Martin. Roy, what is your
What?
favorite barbecue dish? You're a big. I know barbecue is your favorite food.
why?
Ribs.
Can we stop talking about food? You
I
fuck?
could have sworn you asked this like 3 or 4 live streams ago.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
We talked about barbecue, but I don't know that we talked about what your favorite like.
Ribs.
Sin. Sin is in the house.
Yeah, I know.
Steve Martin. Burnt ends is a really good one.
Castle
burnt ends, you
Grayskull.
take,
That's a good one.
Burnt ends.
Burnt ends, you take some of the brisket, you cut it in cubes, and then you season it up some more, and then dip it in the sauce, and then you put it back in the grill for a little bit. Just one.
Burnt ends can be so good, but they're so easy to fuck up.
It's like meat candy. And yes, you can fuck that up pretty badly. It can be
Pastrami.
overdone.
Pastrami also like meat candy.
What's your go-to
Like
sandwich?
really good pastrami.
Pastrami.
Like,
It
if
depends
you're-
on where I'm at. Like okay, am I going to Las Spadas or am I going
You can
to like a
pick where you're
deli?
going. That's what I'm saying. What's your go-to sandwich?
I mean, if I could have one sandwich in the entire world, it would be a pastrami sandwich from Katz's.
I'm also thinking Katz's, but I'm not getting pastrami. I'm getting corned beef.
What are you, a roast beef guy or are you a
I'm a
Reuben
Reuben
guy?
guy.
Yeah,
I'm a
both.
Reuben guy.
Oh, Reuben. Oh, no.
I love a good Reuben. Oh, dude. Toasted rye, corned beef, little sauerkraut. Give me some of that Thousand Island. It's just such a magical combination of flavors in my mouth. I'm drooling.
You go to Katz's, you get a pastrami sandwich, those
Save 'em for
delicious
cheesecake.
those delicious fries,
No, the big giant potato pancakes.
a
Sauce.
Dr. Brown's black cherry, and
It depends.
and a
That black cherry or
pickle.
cream soda.
a full sour pickle.
Oh.
I do, but depends. Not all of them.
I did not see that question, so I was like, what? But yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Not all the
turkey I see in the
musicals.
But if I'm
comments.
going to like Las Spadas, Dave, I'm getting a turkey sub.
Ethan, I'm talking. I'm joking.
Turkey sub. This is something I really want to try, a banh mi. I haven't found a good banh mi place, but I really would like to try a banh mi.
I'm about
think
to
it has
order a Reuben
kimchi
from
on it,
Culver's
right?
right now.
Yeah,
Are
I've
you
heard
really,
Hungry
you're
Bear's
really
great.
going to Uber Eats a daily
I'm hungry,
sandwich?
dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm hungry. My
At
wife's
10
gonna be
o'clock
pissed
at
if I
night?
order some food, though. I'll tell you that.
A deli
this is a
sandwich
good
at
question.
10 o'clock at night.
Roy, what's your next
Gotta wait
best
till after she goes to
dish
sleep.
that you cook after turkey?
Yeah, because you won with the turkey. Third place.
That was before my
Win
time,
third
and
place,
that's
though?
a
Like,
bummer
you
because
don't
I
win
really
third
wanted to
place.
try that
Finish
turkey.
in third place, right?
I'll do it this year. I'll do it this year for you guys.
Yes,
Um,
Hungry Bear in Kendall is so good. My dad lives right next door to that. Oh my god, their cheeseburger subs are so crazy good.
I'm trying to perfect whole chicken, smoked whole chicken. I
Mm.
the last one I did was for Memorial Day. I over smoked it, but I did not overcook it. It was it tasted really good, but it was very
It sounds like
dark
a good
from the
problem
smoke.
to have, getting over smoked. I don't know.
Yeah, of course you would
Do
say
you
that.
have a smoker, Roy, or do you just smoke it in your
It's a
grill?
pellet. It's a smell. It's a pellet smoker. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah. I think I mixed. What was it? What I used? I mixed apple, cherry, and mesquite. I think, and that was only because there was only a finite amount of wood in the bag that
That
I
sounds
had, so
really
I had to
sweet.
go stuff in there just to get the heat going. But yeah, it was a mixture of smoke. It really did taste good. Seasoned it the night before, so all the seasoning was able to penetrate the meat. Um, Seasoned it a little bit more before I put it on the grill, and yeah, got the smoke
So,
going.
so when
Looked
you
good.
do applewood, you just like you cut apples and burn them
No,
on wood
no,
chips, or like.
no. This is the wood from the apple tree.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
No, it's not. No, you're not taking apple juice and
No, because I
soaking
always
the
hear
wood.
applewood smoked or blackwood, whatever, but it's literally just wood from a specific type of tree.
Correct.
Is what it is. Gotcha.
Correct. Yeah. So you got mesquite wood is from a mesquite tree, hickory from a hickory tree, cherry from a cherry tree, that sort of thing. There's now a trend of using bourbon barrels or wine barrels as
Mm.
wood used to smoke as well. Yeah.
Get a little grapey
Maple
flavor in there.
tree you can use as well. Maple wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good. I see a question on brining. I only brine the turkey. I don't brine chicken. There's really no point in brining the chicken. But that turkey, turkey is flavorless. Is a mild turkey. Turkey meat is mild, so you got to really impart flavor into it before you actually get the cooking. So
Brining is when you take and you just place juice on it throughout, right? Like.
No, brine is water mixed with salt and sugar for the most part, and maybe some other stuff like herbs or whatever. And you boil it, and you put it in a bag or a bucket, and then you put the meat that you're brining inside of the bag or bucket, and you let that soak in. So it makes for a moisture either brisket or turkey or whatever you're cooking. It is a lot juicier if you brine it. Of course, you got to rinse it off before you actually cook it. I'm sorry, Dave. I know you're hungry, but the ask.
No, I was shaking my head at the question.
Yeah, and whoever is commenting from an account with this name on it is crazy.
Yeah, that she's definitely she's getting out. She's getting pardoned. Have you ever had oysters and martinis on a yacht?
Have I ever been on a yacht?
I've
I
had
have, but I don't
oysters
like
and I've had
oysters.
martinis, but I've never had them on a yacht. Lychee martini, one of my guilty pleasure drinks, by the way. Are any of you guys sports players, like good enough that you can play any pickup or league runs? Dave, fantastic goaltender, kept us in that first game. Kept us in that first game in the street hockey.
A little out of
Sports
shape.
player?
I
but
have.
Still holding my own as a hockey goalie.
Wow,
I was trying to answer the question. He changed the subject on me.
The Mets
Roy
blew a
plays
5-0
hockey.
lead, and the Marlins are now tied with them 7-7 in the what inning is it? Somebody give me an
Bottom
update
of the
there.
ninth.
I know,
Bottom of the
Roy.
ninth.
I was
Right,
also
use your
trying
phone.
to answer.
I've been on a yacht. I've had a martini. I have not had oysters.
Roy,
Me too.
with
I've
as
been on
much-
a
I
yacht.
love oysters.
Have a martini, not oysters, because I hate oysters.
Roy, with as much vodka as you've seen me drink over the years, is it crazy that I've never had a martini?
No, it's not because you like to mix it with Red Bull.
Ah,
I haven't, dude. I've stopped doing that because I'm old and I get heartburn and it keeps me up all night. I'm a vodka
My
soda
ass,
guy.
you
I'm
stop
all the
doing that.
time.
I will say oysters are one of the things. Like I've been a picky eater my entire life. I'm still very picky, but I'm definitely better now than I used to be. oysters are something I never thought I would eat in my entire life.
Ugh.
That
No.
I absolutely love and adore. I
I've
love
had
oysters.
I've had clams and mussels, but they were cooked. I haven't had oysters.
Yeah.
Usually those are at the raw bar. I don't partake in the raw
Some
bar.
of some of
Yeah.
the other things, oysters are on that list. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower,
Thank you. I appreciate
things
it. Thank you.
I absolutely love. And yes, Roy, you are the best.
I think oysters are the
Um,
only thing that I put hot sauce on, like ever.
Ugh.
Would you rather see the Knicks
No.
get swept in the finals or Knicks lose in 7? I'm kind of all in on the New York
7.
thing. I don't care about the NBA enough to be mad that
I'm fine
Knicks
with
are
the
in the
Knicks
finals.
winning.
So I would be totally okay with the Knicks winning.
What's the strain?
What is the
strain
other?
was the
what's another
FX
question I want to
horror
answer in
show.
here.
I looked
Field
at,
goal for your life, Chris, Greg, or Uncle Dick. Chris Cody, sneaky good athlete. I'll take Chris to kick field goal anyway.
I've just Googled the strain. I'm like curious. I looked.
By the way, Roy, I don't know if Canes baseball is in the Gainesville Regional, and there was really bad weather in Gainesville. Their first pitch of that game is at 10:15. The loser has to come back and play at like 2:00 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Have you guys been following
good,
the
man. That's not good at
Jason
all.
Williams daughter?
Yes.
Like, how
I
awesome
have-
is that story?
Yeah, I have been as
Oh,
a
J-Will.
Gator. As a Gator, I have to say, like I've loved Jay Will my entire life. He only played 17 games in Florida. The only reason he's really a Florida legend is because he was a great NBA player that we wanted to claim, but he didn't have like a legendary time at Florida. He's got to defend his kid, and once you have a kid, your kid is who you root for, and
Yeah.
I totally fully understand him rooting for Texas Tech, and I hope that UF and Jay Will can one day mend that bridge, and we'll see him back at Gator games because he was coming to a lot of Gator basketball games in these past couple runs, and I hope he mends that bridge because yes, he is one of the bigger names that's ever played for Florida, and he's a guy that a lot of Gator fans really love. So
Well, I'm glad
hopefully,
that bringing that up gave you a chance to go on a monologue about the Gators.
yeah, I
I'm
have
sure
thoughts.
everybody appreciates that.
I have thoughts.
I think I have a Jason Williams Heat authentic jersey in my closet back
I
there.
had a when I was in college, I had a Kings Jason Williams jersey. Or maybe I was in high school. I thrifted. Free throw for my life. Greg, Rose, or Ethan? I'm taking Rose.
Ethan, how many
Yeah.
jerseys do you have?
I'm dying.
David, that number is. I haven't done an official count in a minute. That number is at least 70. I would say. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have 7. I have 17 that are just PSG alone.
How many are in the current rotation? And biscuits and gravy are fire. One of my favorite breakfasts.
I really the only time I wear jerseys, Dave, is when I go to a Panther game or I wear PSG jerseys on game days. Like tomorrow, I will be wearing my PSG jersey, obviously.
Where you go to work?
Yeah, I see you wearing jerseys all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'll wear jerseys on the show, obviously, but like I used to like my outfit when I would go out in college was I would wear a jersey because you were in college and it was cool to
You
wear
were
a
that
jersey.
guy. You're the jersey
Now
guy.
it's like, yeah, I was the jersey guy, and I have a great jersey collection, and it was even better in college. I got rid of a lot of them when I left college.
Do you have any framed?
Dude, so I have my Kachuk jersey that I got during the first run to the finals when we lost to Vegas, and I wore it for Game 7. And my plan was when we won, I was going to wear it to the opening night next year, never wear it again, and put it in a frame. And I haven't put it in a frame yet. But the plan is to put it in a frame with
Yeah.
pictures from that first run of
I like that.
us at the bright side and stuff.
I
And,
have a jersey that I've been meaning to get framed for like literally 20 years, and it's been hanging in my closet.
I think I would like to get it framed. If I could get it signed, then it would be like, all right, this is going right in a frame.
I'm sure if you put in a reasonable amount of effort, you can get it signed.
Yeah, I'm sure I could. So that would be like automatic, like, all right, this is going in a frame. I've just been lazy, and framing is more expensive than I realized. So I just haven't gotten it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I were to frame any jersey, that's the one I would frame because it would just be the memories of that was an important time in my life. So yeah, I would love to frame that.
I got when the Heat first came out with the red jerseys back in like 03 or 04. Or
Yeah, I love those jerseys.
I got a red Wade, and every game I wore it to, they won. to the point where like it was
Yeah.
16-0, 17-0, like it was on a
Yeah.
ridiculous stretch. So I wore it to an NBA Finals game. They
Yeah.
won against the Mavericks in what it was, 06.
Yeah.
I retired it after that. I said, okay,
Yeah.
no more. This jersey has
Yep.
won out, and I got it signed by him. Outside, but before a Magic game in Orlando, like I was just driving
Yeah.
around, and we happened to drive by the team hotel, and I got him to sign it. So I need to just put it in a frame.
Yeah. I have not
Hey,
worn
hockey
my
guy.
Kachuk jersey since banner night after the first title. So I wore it game 7. And my plan was to just leave the champagne and beer smell all over it, but it got a little too stinky and I had to wash it.
Yeah,
But
That's
yes,
tough.
I I washed it and then I wore it to banner night, and then I haven't worn it since. And I
All
was
right,
gonna be
we have started the third period. We
Thank
are a
God.
minute in, and Rose is tired of the conversation. So we're back to playing hockey, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 1850. We're just going to watch the Carolina Hurricanes play out the string and defeat the Montreal Canadiens as they go to the Stanley Cup final.
what do you think
And
about
name their
like
score.
no stoppage time? Let's just roll.
Yeah, just
5-0.
running clock. Yeah, let's do it.
Like, let's go.
Yeah, let's just
This
go.
to
answer the question that was up there, Rose,
yeah, go ahead.
I'll only be rooting for the U.S. Everything else I'll be watching for entertainment value. So
What?
I'll basically be watching for entertainment. I don't.
Really?
Like-
Just the USA?
I only
for the
root, like
USA.
what do you do? I only root for the Dolphins. Like I only root for the Heat.
Yeah, no, I know.
And
But
I'll be happy if
That's not-
France or England win, because I like a lot of the French players because of PSG, and I like a lot of the English players as well.
It's just awesome because it's the World Cup. Because everybody is like giving their absolute like it's the best soccer that you're gonna
The World
see.
Cup's the best.
Yeah,
It starts in
I'm
2
actually-
weeks, guys. It's right around the corner.
yeah.
It's so
I'm
annoying though. There's
actually
nothing
not-
happening till then.
Not worried because it was just a spasm, like something there. So I think he's gonna be fine. I actually was at that game when he got the injury.
You been to the new stadium already?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I
that's so
really
cool.
want
I'm
to
gonna
go too. Eric in the chat says that he works at an Arsenal bar. Do you work at the bar in Coral Gables? Because that's the Arsenal bar down here. That's a great bar, except for the fact that it's an Arsenal bar. I don't want to be around Arsenal people.
That's great, Ethan.
Roy, we've got a
Hey,
lot of time left
vamos
in
Colombia.
this game.
I don't want to be in an Arsenal bar. Man, I don't care about the Gunners. Forget them. I don't.
All right, a little in-game trivia for you guys. Montreal has 15 shots. How many of those shots do you think are high danger?
0.
3.
I haven't seen a high danger shot yet.
3.
What do you say? E?
3.
Rose, do you have a guess?
Wait, what?
Montreal
Tell me.
has 15 shots. How many of those shots are high danger shots?
0.
I think that's indicative of how we feel Montreal has been playing, but the answer is going to surprise you. The answer is 6.
That is
Oh,
six
wow.
more than I thought. I'll tell you that. Good guess. A good couple of guesses. From Adams and Happy Ducky Man.
To Cole
And
Crew
Fox
Review 8597 in the chat. Yes, this is exactly what it's felt like to be a Panthers fan for the last 3 years, and it's been fucking awesome. It has been as much fun as anything I've ever experienced, and I never wanted it to end. And hopefully, we're just doing it again next year. It is yes, there is nothing more fun than watching your team go to the finals and win the finals. It's fucking amazing.
The way that they've done it, like
Yeah.
not just winning, but winning with like this
12
amazingly
and 1.
likable group of guys and they're playing the right way. Like they're playing old time hockey in the playoffs. They've got this likable coach. Like there's no controversies. Like there's nothing that the worst thing about them is that they, people say they play too hard. They check too much. They, they toe the line. They've got,
That's
Sam
how
Bennett.
you
blah, blah, blah.
win. That's how
Yeah.
you win.
So like it's been awesome.
They don't ask how.
The only thing I think personally that could ever trump it would be the Dolphins winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's also Dave, that we had so much. It was so dead here for so long, and it was just waiting for this team to take off.
yeah.
They never had an identity, and now, they have so many players that you've been able to identify with for 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years. Obviously Barkey's been here for 13 years. Eki for 12. Like, there's so many guys that they've created such a connection with the fan base, and the fan base is here forever. Even if they go through down years, the fan base will be here forever because
Players are
of what
locked
they've done
up
the last
too,
few
so
years.
they're going to be here for
Yep.
a while.
Exactly.
That's the other thing, and we'll see what they do with that draft pick come next month, because that thing is a bait on a hook at this point. See what Bill Zito does with it.
To the commenter saying you can't wait to see Barkey back on the ice. You can see him on the ice tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, he's been
He
Oh,
playing
he
high
had
eight
back-to-back
goals.
goals in the last game.
Yeah,
Like
Barkov
Rosio
is
keeping up with a boy.
he's doing well for Team Finland. They play Canada, I believe, tomorrow at the World Championship semifinals.
Yeah, so you're getting a little taste of Alexander Barkov before he gets back
Fantastic.
into the Panthers lineup. And
It just shows
that
to
should be
show.
good news for everybody who's watching.
It just goes to show that if the Panthers had actually made it and they got Barkov back and healthy, they might not have missed a step. Obviously, they had a lot more injuries than just Barkov, especially by the end of the year. Seth Jones was out, and guys had broken fingers and stuff that surely they would have played through, if it were this time of the year. But, yeah, if Barkey had been there, the season was over when Barkov went down.
The season was over before it started.
Yep. I said that when it happened, and you guys – I
Well,
understood what
it
you guys were trying to
snowballed.
do, which was there's still plenty of hockey to play, but
It snowballed.
it felt like that. It felt like when your best player and your captain and the heart and soul of your team goes down in the first drill, it just feels like your season's over before it even starts. Because, like, for the Panthers, like, even if they had made the playoffs, like, nothing matters except winning the Stanley Cup to them. So, the season wouldn't have mattered. The season was over if they weren't going to win the Stanley Cup, and it felt like they were not going to win the Stanley Cup without Alexander Barkov. And
You got
clearly,
ballpark on man games lost this season for Florida.
it was like 450 or something, Roy. Like I can actually look that up for you right now. Hold on.
It felt like it surpassed 500 at this point, and that is devastatingly a large
541,
amount.
according to the Panthers official website.
541 man games lost. Oy,
Top of the list, Alexander Barkov, 82.
good Lord. Well, yeah, 82, obviously.
Jonah Gadovich,
Yep.
72,
Five-
and then
five-
everybody else under 20.
Like, I don't know. I don't remember that number being that high for any other team for a very long time. 541.
Vegas, whatever 171 plus 136 was next. So, yeah, way, way less than the Panthers. And it's not just how many games, it's also the amount of
300.
money that they lost.
Yep. Yeah.
$23.49 million in cap hits among forwards that were lost by the Panthers this season.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the math. Like, it doesn't add up to 541, so I don't know how that works.
I got 540 according to the NHL.
So you don't know how they got that extra one game ended up getting.
154, 73, 90. Yeah, like, I don't see how that. Whatever. I'm not arguing with.
Well, the point of the matter is the Panthers had a lot of players missing from the lineup for a very long time during that season. That's the reason why they didn't make the playoffs, and that's the reason why Carolina is going to end up going to the Stanley Cup final. And it's simple. But we'll see about next season. But for right now, let's worry about this season and this 5-0 beatdown that Carolina's putting down on Montreal with 13:30 left in the third as they brawl.
Just hope we get a competitive
to the Stanley
final.
Cup final.
Let's just hope we get a competitive final. But either way, like, as we've talked so much about the Panthers tonight, like, I am very much looking forward to seeing how the offseason plays out. Like, once the final ends and we get towards the draft and we can start talking about trades, and then
It's going to happen fast, Dave.
I'm
Free
looking
agency
forward to it, man.
period.
Like the final's going to end probably around what, like the 21st or the 23rd, and then the draft is on the 30th and the 31st, right? Or the 30th, and then
Before that,
then-
the draft is
the draft is like the 27th to 28th.
27th.
Let's say, I don't know the exact dates, and then free agency starts on July 1st. So it all happens so fast. I mean, we saw like Brian Lomberg celebrated in the parade in the first cup after the first cup win, and then the next day he wasn't on the team.
Montreal going on a power play. There was a trip. It's not going to matter anyway because they're going to lose.
The comeback is on.
The game
Don't call it a comeback.
Roy, you remember?
We're not going to call it a comeback because it's not happening.
You remember the first parade?
Rain.
You had to pick me up from the airport.
How much fun was that? It made it more special that it was pouring like that. It was unbelievable.
It was scary for us, man. We were on like a metal stage, and there was lightning everywhere.
Yeah.
I was luckily undercover, but I mean we got poured on the walk over, but it made it all the more South Florida that it poured like that. It was great.
No, that was crazy. The whole scene, like the whole scene along Fort Lauderdale Beach that whole day.
Yeah, it was incredible.
We got there early, and we were there for a while after. Like that was nuts.
The second one was crazy
laughing
too.
at us because of the fact that it was raining. Hey, this is a championship parade. Doesn't matter if it's raining or not. We won. They won.
The second one was probably even better, honestly. And there was just such an energy of everybody.
The second one was too hot. It was way too hot.
It was really hot.
Entirely too hot.
Everybody was looking around saying, like, the only thing I heard all day was, let's do it again next year. Let's do it again next year. Let's do it again next year. That was all that was on anybody's mind. And obviously it didn't happen. We couldn't have foreseen what would happen in training camp and throughout the season. The only guy that saw it coming was DJ Bean. He said they had that the follow year eventually, and my life is a lot worse off actually knowing what a fallow year was. It was a lot better before I knew.
Yeah, and then since you found out the meaning of fallow year, you haven't stopped using the words.
No, that's year. DJ because I listened to.
No, that's you, buddy. You still in his.
DJ talks every time he talked about the Panthers. He said fallow year.
You stole his words. Now you're saying it over and over yourself.
Fire Iserman. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe give him one more shot. But they got to make some big changes this summer. That's for sure.
Detroit has to make the playoffs next year. Yeah, they have got to make the playoffs.
And they have to do something. They've got to make some kind of splash. Like, they can't just keep going the way things are currently. They have to change something. They got to trade one of their guys, trade for a guy. Like, I would love to see them go and get Robert Thomas. I think that would be a great fit for Detroit. They don't have a first-round pick this year. They traded that for Justin Falk. That didn't do anything for them, but yeah, Detroit's got to make a big change in some way this year for sure.
What?
Montreal in a power play now.
What else can we get from this game, man? Like 5-0.
I think a lot of people want one more goal because the over was 5.5, and I think a lot of people want to make sure they get the over in. Dave, how's puck luck looking?
Not great because
not great on Dobish. Yeah.
No, Montreal got like 5 shots like right at the end of the second period. Like
how many saves do you need period. Under? What's the under on Freddie?
I think it's 18.5.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. They're on a power play right now, so they might they might hit 18 here. It'll be a miracle.
Well, as soon as you assholes started talking about it, they got a shot on goal.
Yeah, well,
So,
I'm just continuing the conversation. I didn't bring it up.
2 shots on goal. Yeah, you guys are great.
I told you. Didn't I tell you that? I told you right on the money.
You know, there's a reason that when a pitcher has a no-hitter going, everybody stays the hell away from him. And that right there is why.
Is Freddie Anderson going to win a fucking Conn Smythe? If Carolina wins the Stanley Cup?
You got to say that his hat's certainly in the ring. He's on a short list. Like, who on Carolina other than him and Stankoven?
They've done enough in front of him to make his job really easy.
And just like in Vegas, like there's 2 names that jump out at you, and I know there's one that you don't want to mention, and the other one is Mitch Marner, and that's really it.
We talked about Carter Hart with Sarah Sivian today. You can find that interview on the Hockey Show DLS on YouTube.
This might be the ugliest uniform matchup of all time in the Stanley Cup final. At least in terms of home uniforms. Vegas against Carolina. Ugh. Probably my 2 least favorite jerseys in the NHL.
I don't like the one that they're wearing now with the Hurricane.
No, it's gross. The red is so much better. I don't understand why they don't wear the red.
Go back to the old ones with like the Hurricane flag checkered through like on the stitching or whatever. Like
so much better. The white is great. The white one is great, except that the shoulder logo, the pig logo on the shoulder, should be the logo on the chest, not the hurricane.
What?
Especially not because there's no.
What the hell are you
white
talking
on that
about? No, that
Hurricane
should
logo.
not be the logo on the front of the
Oh,
jersey.
it's so
No.
great. That logo is so
Is that
awesome.
their female mascot? Is that who the picture
No,
is?
it's like the
No,
collegiate
it's
kind of looking
college
pig
inspired.
mascot. It's great.
He got the sailor cap on his head.
Yeah. But that hurricane that's all black and red is terrible. It needs some white in it. It's just so bad. Their uniform,
Terrible font on the back of the
everything-
jersey.
yeah,
terrible.
everything they
Everything's
do with
bad.
their uniforms doesn't make any sense. Nothing they do with their
Rose.
uniforms makes sense. We're gonna have a 5-on-3 here. Or was the power play over?
Rose, what are you gonna do when this is over?
Oh,
Probably was
me,
over.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
That's
No,
it?
I'm gonna watch. Sorry, I'm gonna watch my novela. Es que I'm watching. I have a new novela. It's a soap opera. Guardián de mi vida.
Montoya!
Yeah, it's kind of like Montoya, but here is Gallardo. Ah,
Oh, Gallardo.
yeah, very, very handsome.
Watch the novela.
Muy feo? Malo?
No,
Which one
Gallardo. Gallardo is very handsome.
is feo good or bad?
Are you talking about me?
Feo is ugly.
Oh, so what?
Oh, you're
Malo
talking
is
about
good?
me. Huh.
Can somebody in the chat let me know if the Marlins gave up a walk-off home run if Pete Fairbanks?
Why don't you
will
look
never
on your
save?
computer and find out?
They lost 9-7.
Because
I know that.
I have the
You got a phone, and there he goes.
Melendez walk-off homer.
Oh, nice. MJ Melendez hit a walk-off home run off Pete Fairbanks. There's your $13 million signing for the Miami Marlins. Nice.
Like a shot
Oh,
off of the
man.
shin of Jordan Stahl. Still blocking shots out there with a 5-0 lead. Good on
As
him.
I was saying, feo is ugly and beautiful is bonito.
Bonito.
And handsome is guapo.
Guapo. Guapo.
Guapo.
Bueno, gracias para el
Guapo.
lesson.
Guapo. Yeah, that's me right there.
It's sad. I've been living down here for like 40 of my 40-something years, and I still butcher that language.
My
You see me in
Spanish
a
streak
suit.
got to
Guapo.
my Duolingo streak got to
Thank you.
66 days today. Rose, how about that?
Oh,
about
nice.
that?
I'm working on it.
How about that?
Well, let's have a conversation in Spanish then.
I'm not ready for that
no,
one.
No. Okay, go ahead.
El único que va a poder entender cuando hablo en español aquí es alguien en el
Oh.
chat, porque ninguno de los tres que están aquí va a entender algo.
Guys, the
Not quite.
comeback is
I
on.
haven't gotten to that section
What?
yet. I'm
comeback is
I'm on asking for
Oh.
directions.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Okay.
got ourselves a goal for
Cole
the Montreal Canadiens.
Caulfield,
They're gaining on them. 5-1.
a
Carolina.
concession goal. Who had
Power
over
play
5.5
goal.
in the chat? One's in the chat if you had over 5.5.
A lot of 5-hole goals in the series. A lot.
Cole Caulfield, 5-hole. No celebration
Well.
from him. Let's get back to some ice.
Uh,
We're almost done, fellas and lady. We're
I'm trying to
almost done.
figure out what I'm going to eat and what I'm going to watch.
Guardián de mi vida.
What about your life?
I still gotta watch the rest of Pluribus. I haven't been able to
I thought you were
finish
going to say off campus. I'm like, oh, yeah, bro.
I thought so too, Rose. I got excited for a second.
No.
it. I don't know why
Roy and I-
I don't know why you would get excited for that, and 2, hell no.
Roy and I were both cramming last night, cramming them both in.
Very unhappily too. Like those episodes are entirely too long. Why are they an hour?
They take so long.
Up! No, excuse me. It's just 8 episodes.
They
Have you
take
seen
forever,
Gossip
though.
Girl?
Like, those scenes are just too long, I think is the problem. Like the scenes need to be like a third shorter. Like
Rose.
You guys.
Rose,
they're taking too
I
long.
want you to look
get
at me.
the point.
Look at
Yes.
me, Rose. Do I look like the type of guy that will watch Gossip Girl?
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Wait,
David?
you're asking her to stereotype. That's not cool.
Well, but in Gossip Girl, it's even longer. Like, it's like a lot of episodes, like 20 episodes per season. Now this is just 8 per season.
Well,
So
that was
it's
back
getting
before streaming. That's back when everything was on TV. You had to fill, 50 whatever
Yeah.
weeks in a year. So
that's what novelas do. Like I have to wait every day for the next episode. That's the only thing I hate about soap operas. Is that you have to wait so long. They don't just put it there
You have to wait every day.
every
Like,
day,
you-
every day
like,
because
there's an episode every day. That's not that long to wait for a
Exactly.
TV
Yeah.
show.
yeah, but
Yeah,
you can
but-
fall behind fast.
Breaking Bad, you bring up.
Once-
Joe Isidore also brings up Breaking Bad. That was on AMC. That was a weekly watch. You guys binged it and
Yeah,
enjoyed
Rose.
Breaking Bad.
Rose, imagine if spoiler alert, I guess, but imagine if in Friends, like, think about the fact that when Ross says Emily at the wedding, or Ross says Rachel at the wedding, they had to wait an entire year if you watched that show.
Oh
to
no,
find out what
I know.
happened.
What a cliffhanger.
No,
I
yeah.
saw what happened the
Wait,
next.
wait, wait.
I clicked next episode and I saw the next episode.
You want to talk
No,
about
I know.
torture? Do
Were you even
remember,
alive
Roy?
when Friends was on the air?
Roy,
Yes,
They won't
yes.
remember
Towards
this.
the end, yes,
do
yes.
you remember, Roy, when someone shot Mr. Burns?
Yeah.
What
How
show is that?
big and how long of a cliffhanger
Holy
was that?
shit. Holy shit.
What show was that?
The
Oh my
Simpsons.
gosh.
Oh, The Simpsons. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you another one. Do you remember where Blair was gonna marry the prince, and then she said no and ran away with Dan? Huh? We had to wait like a year for the next season.
What are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's Gossip Girl.
Rose, same thing with season 8 when Joey proposes. And
Guys, do you remember when JR got
Rachel
shot?
says yes.
Yes. Yes, I remember when JR got shot. That was a cliffhanger.
That was a cliffhanger.
We thought he was dead.
Wasn't there
He got
Sopranos?
shot and laid on the
Is there,
ground
is there
for
a
about
cliffhanger in the
I
Sopranos?
don't know how many weeks.
Yes, you see the people in the comments. They remember it was Maggie, insane, taking candy from a baby in my ass.
Yeah, everybody thought it was Smithers or Mr. Smithers or Homer.
I just remember because what that had to have been like the early '90s, but that was like the first cliffhanger that I can remember, like wondering and like remembering all the advertising and all that. Here, let's see. When did that happen?
I remember the end of that episode when he got shot, and Dr. Hibbert was, I can possibly solve this mystery. Can you?
Can you? Well,
And then they went to.
I guess.
They went to
Chief
Chief
Wimby.
Wiggum.
Chief Wiggum.
Chief
Well,
Wiggum. Yeah, I
it's my
guess.
job,
Kind of
so
my job.
give it a shot.
Man.
The part 1 originally aired. Oh wait, no, that's Who Shot Mr. Burns, 95.
1995. Wow. 1995. That
Part
was-
1 aired May 21st. Part 2 aired September 17th. So there was that half a year that you had to wait.
Yeah, that was a couple of months after Jeff Conine won the MVP in
The All-Star game.
The All-Star game?
In Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, it was Texas.
It was
Was that
Texas? Oh no, he played Baltimore. He played for Baltimore. That's what I'm thinking.
Nope, he played for Florida.
No, he later
He played
for Baltimore.
for Baltimore later.
Yes,
in one of
and
his,
then came back to Florida.
One of his 8 teams that he played for. Mr.
No, I actually had
I
a
have not watched The
a
Voice.
growth chart, a Jeff Conine growth chart from that All-Star game when I was a kid. And I told him that when I saw him a couple months ago at the station. And he knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got a good memory. If you remember certain at bats versus pitchers,
He
then
seemed
you're
pretty
obviously going to
cool,
remember a
like-
growth chart that they gave away in a game.
Like he seemed really cool. Like when a couple of the other people that was from like the sports people at my station were talking with him, and like one guy was just kind of like rattling off like I was here when this happened type of stuff, and Conine was like rolling with it and kind of like getting into the conversation. Like it was really like a really cool, down to earth guy, and he was there with his son, who also was very nice.
We were talking about classic TV shows and spoilers and stuff, and it made me think about the fact that, you know how they always say that like Happy Days jumped the shark, and that was it for Happy Days.
Well, he literally jumped a shark in that
Right,
episode. That's
right.
what came
I always
that
thought
Fonzie?
that I
On the
figured
motorcycle?
that when Fonzie jumped the shark, I figured because it's like from there like the show went downhill. I figured that it was like, all right, like, one of the later seasons. There were 7 seasons of Happy Days after Fonzie jumped the shark.
Yeah, it went downhill.
So it went downhill for 7 seasons and was still on television. What was going on in the 70s?
Really?
It was gradual that going downhill.
Yeah, I don't know if they
It's
would
just
look
funny
at it
that
as
they,
a
like,
failure
pick,
because they were
like-
getting paid for 7 seasons after that
They
happened.
picked
So
jumping the shark but like, so there were only 4 good seasons of Happy Days. That's like one of the most famous shows of all time.
Oh, happy days.
I can't believe we're talking about Happy Days.
So this is what it feels like when a blowout basketball game
Yeah,
happens. and
exactly.
Mike Green
This
has
is-
to
this
talk
is what you have to
shit
do.
for
This
about
is-
12 hours, 12 minutes. This is what
I mean, the
feels
best, the
there
best
ever-
baseball broadcasts are blowout baseball broadcasts when they just start talking about
Yeah.
random shit. I bet Boog Shambi has a lot of
Marlins
fun.
After Dark. Has there ever been a worse
Doesn't make it right.
way for a show to land than Game of Thrones?
I didn't watch Game of
It's
Thrones,
probably
but from what
the
I've
first
heard, no.
episode where the main character.
You haven't watched Game of
Dead?
Thrones?
No, I'm just saying, like, from a show to be considered, and as somebody that watched it, like, it was like the best show on TV. It was in that kind of contention. It was so good, and it was going into the final season and it had all this build up, and just
I watched the
nobody.
first 9.
No, a lot of people did not like the series finale of Dexter, and then they created
Yeah.
a new Dexter show.
My brother hated the
What was that?
season finale, the series finale of Dexter. Hated it. And Lost had an ending that I think a lot of people were not very happy with.
A lot of
Yeah.
the shows have the worst, like, bad endings that, like, people don't know how to end things.
I don't know,
Walking
Better
up to
Call
people
Saul
like
did
10
pretty
years
well.
later and going, man, that Sopranos ending, huh? So I, for the first time recently, finished The Sopranos.
Boy,
Or
here
what?
we go.
And I can
Here
tell
we
you
go.
that I had never seen the ending of The Sopranos. I knew what happened. I knew how they do it. But I had never actually seen it
I
happen.
never experienced it.
And like experiencing it happen, it was still so jarring, even though I
Yeah.
knew it was coming. It was still so crazy. Like it such an anticipation and such a build, and then it's just fucking over. Like it's crazy. I knew it was coming, and I still didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great ending. What do you think
People-
happened, Dave?
What for
What
the
kind of question
Sopranos?
is that? What do think
You guys,
happened?
so you guys think he got shot? Like you think the guy comes out of the bathroom and shoots him?
No,
I don't think so either.
no.
I think life just kind of went on and just decided to end the show and leave it up to people's interpretation.
There's a show that just ended that people are really pleased. Fans of the show are really pleased with the way that they ended it, and that was The Boys. I don't know if any of you guys watched that.
Oh yeah, I haven't. A lot of my friends really like it, but I haven't gotten into that one.
That's a very jarring show. It's hard to watch a lot of the shit that they do on that, just because like it's that one is one that feels realistic in terms of like if superheroes were real, or if like better beings or whatever were real. Like that feels like, yeah, I could see that being how people would use their powers in some ways. But it was cool to see all the like the diehard fans and everything, all the reaction on social media. Everybody's really happy with the way that it ended, and I think because of what happened with Game of Thrones, it makes me like very sympathetic to that situation. So I was happy to see that that all got a good payoff. And to be fair, it was the ending was crazy. They brought in Sam Jackson to voice the Hammerhead Shark.
That's fucking awesome. And yeah, that's true. The real Sopranos ending was the Knicks pitch to LeBron. That's Pablo Torre found that out.
That was crazy. That was nuts, Roy. We were at 790 when that happened.
Yeah, there were a lot of people who loved The Sopranos that worked for 790. A lot of people who loved Bruce Springsteen that worked at 790. Yeah. One person who did love The Sopranos, who was not on the station, who ended up getting fired. Oh, I would have loved to have seen his reaction to what happened in that series finale. Just missed the empty net goal there.
Yeah, the net is empty for Montreal with we're just under 4 minutes to go, and if they can score a goal a minute, then they got this.
Hey man, you gotta get on pace. You gotta keep the rhythm. You gotta keep the rhythm.
No, looks like we're about to get an empty net goal right about now.
All right, so there you go. The sixth goal for the Carolina Hurricanes. Is that Seth Jarvis that scored?
Yeah.
So there you go. We found them. 6-1
Oh,
is the
Aho
score,
got a point
Carolina.
on an empty net goal, and Jarvis got an empty net goal. Wow, what a shocker!
Steve
Oh, that's
Morton.
perfect for that line. That's what they always do.
Right into the final.
Steve Morton. So yeah, there we go. 6-1 is the score. And as pointed out earlier, the Hurricanes ended up scoring 6. Yeah, there you go. They were on pace to score 9. They ended up scoring 6.
There you go.
So this game, as you know, ended 4 days ago. But we got 3 minutes and 38 seconds left. So we already talked about this matchup between Carolina and Vegas. We can now officially get to predictions. What are we looking at here?
Vegas and Carolina. Where's game 1, Roy?
I believe it's in Carolina. Carolina, I believe, is in Carolina.
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
more
yeah.
points than Vegas.
Remember, Vegas won 39 games this year.
Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you for that reminder. Panthers have...
Yeah, remember, the Pacific Division was the worst
won more
division
games than the Vegas Golden Knights did this season.
Oh, man, I think I want to lean Carolina. It's just hard to because, they've come up short year after year after year, but maybe this is their year.
I think for me, Dave, it's
think I
going
want
to
it
come
to be
down
Carolina.
to. I think it's going to come down to first, like, your stars have to be your stars at some point. And I know Carolina's depth has been fantastic against these teams. And you need depth scoring too, don't get me wrong. But Vegas has plenty of it, just the same way that Carolina does. But Vegas' stars have been better in these playoffs. And I think when it comes to the Cup final, your stars have to be your stars. And so is Aho going to remain quiet? Is Jarvis going to remain quiet? Is Svechnikov going to remain quiet? Or are those guys going to step up and score like they need to? Because I know who's going to score in this series. It's going to be Eichel. It's going to be Marner. It's going to be Dorofeev. Stone, certainly.
Yeah.
If Jarvis and Svech and Aho can match up to those guys, then sure, absolutely. I don't know. I'm fascinated by this series because on paper, obviously, you'd take Carolina just based off 111 points versus whatever. I think Vegas ended up with 93, 95 or something like that. But with the way they're playing, like, I'm not betting against Vegas. But I've been wrong about Carolina multiple times now. I didn't think they would get past the Senators. I figured once they got to the Flyers, they would certainly get past them. And I guess I said I would pick Montreal. I never really had a confident pick either way in this series, but yeah, I've been wrong about them. They're they did it. They got
you've been wrong all
finally,
playoffs. So yeah. So it's going to be.
I'm wrong a lot, Roy. I'm wrong a lot.
It's going to be Carolina that's going to win the Stanley Cup, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it. That's all. Yeah.
I can absolutely see either team winning here. Yeah.
I think it's going to end up being Carolina. They've been pushed down by the Panthers so far, and as they said, they've learned from what Florida did to them, and you've seen it in spades here. So
Carolina and 7 feels right.
Yeah,
the more I think about it,
absolutely right. 7, yeah, absolutely right. It'll be a far cry from what Carolina's done all playoffs long because they haven't gone past 5, and this is the one here.
They better get ready for a war. They haven't really faced a real challenge yet. I know game 1 was, but that was a one-off. Clearly, they haven't faced a real challenge, and they're about to face a war. And Vegas has been battle tested. They had 2 tough grinded out series that they won in 6 games, and then they beat the President's Cup winner, and they made it.
President's Trophy. Why you guys say President's Cup?
I don't know. I always do that. President's Trophy winner. Thank you. They swept the President's Trophy winner in the Western Conference Final. So, it's hard to bet against either of these teams. But since you guys both pick Carolina, I'll be on the contrary, and I'll go Vegas in 6.
Okay, so Ethan's going to be wrong. What about you, Rosie? Oh, you
I'll
Vegas.
give you an
Vegas.
answer.
That's Vegas. Vegas. You said Vegas, so Vegas.
I don't know if I'm gonna get biggest. I'll give you an answer next time because I have to do my research.
Next time the series will start. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
exactly. But I'll give you okay tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll give you an answer, a real
All
answer.
right. The Carolina Hurricanes have defeated the Montreal Canadiens 6-1 to take the Prince of Wales Trophy. They are the Eastern Conference champion. They are going to the Stanley Cup Final, and they
There's your
will be
cameraman on the
independent to
ice.
be in the playoffs. I tell you that.
Were we talking about that earlier?
Huh? What'd you say?
Yeah.
The cameraman on the ice there.
Yeah. I was talking about that earlier. He's been on
Yeah.
the ice for goal celebrations too.
Yeah, no, but like you said, for the NHL, it's just for the handshakes after the game and shit.
Yeah. It's been
Also,
20 years. It's been 20 years since Carolina's been to the Stanley Cup Final. Rod Brindamore was the captain of that team. He lifted the Stanley Cup. I
This
believe he was the captain of that team, right? It wasn't. Yeah, I think he was the captain of that.
Yeah.
That team. Yeah. Rosie, you were saying?
yeah. Also, I saw a comment there of hopefully we have Stanley Cup Finals watch along. They're gonna happen, so
Yep.
stay tuned.
Yeah,
Later
it's going
Thursday.
to happen on Thursday, and it looks like it might end up being Game 2. So next week Thursday is our Stanley Cup Final watch along. That will be Game 2. It will be Vegas at Carolina. So that should be interesting.
I'm excited, man. I think it's gonna be a good series.
Yeah,
Similar
I
matchup.
saw a comment here that said Vegas has also gotten lucky with their path because they got a hurt Avs team and they didn't play Edmonton. Edmonton lost in the first round, and they got pretty manhandled by the Ducks. Like Edmonton, like I don't think that was like missing out on Edmonton was some lucky thing that happened to them. Like Edmonton got the shit beaten out of them, and then Vegas went out and beat the shit out of Colorado. And yes, they didn't have Makar for 2 games, and McKinnon was hobbled in Game 3, but that was about a lot more than just Colorado's injuries. They thoroughly beat down the best team in the NHL in the regular season this year. So, yeah, they've had a brutal path, and they got through it with relative ease, to be honest with you. I mean, what was their toughest series? The Ducks, I guess. The Ducks pushed them pretty hard.
All right, let's see if Carolina touches the Prince of Wales Trophy. Vegas did not touch the Clarence Campbell Bowl when they won a few days ago. So
No, and
see
as
if
we
that
discovered
continues.
earlier, they didn't touch it in 06.
Nope, they did not touch it in 06. Florida touched it when they lost to Vegas. They haven't. They touched the Prince of Wales Trophy when they lost to Vegas. They haven't touched it since.
Yeah. Do you remember that night, though? Do you remember how crazy it was downstairs that night?
Yeah.
Like that was like it was like a Stanley Cup celebration.
Yeah, we were all standing in the press box when that happened, and I had a feeling, somebody's going to score here. Florida's going to end up scoring before regulation, and Lord and behold, Matthew Tkachuk ends up scoring.
Yeah, that was.
They had the
I've
review.
never seen a building like that. The videos from like the press box of that, the way that building erupted when Tkachuk scored,
That was so
are
cool.
unbelievable.
Rod Brindamore had challenged the goal for goaltender interference, and it was clearly not. So it was even a longer celebration than what we had anticipated after that goal. It was
crazy.
It was crazy.
The goal, the double celebrations, and then like when we finally made it downstairs to do media, it was like a mob scene down there, and they were running around with the trophy. Like, forget touching the trophy. It was like
They were carrying it like a football.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like that, just the energy now. Like the owner was hanging out with it. Like it was just that was a cool night for sure. And little did we know what was coming.
Yeah. Little did we know that
we all
Keegan
kinda had a feeling
Colastar
what
ends
was
up
coming.
injuring Matthew Tkachuk. Oh,
Yeah, I think we all kind of had a feeling what was coming, which is why it was such a celebratory atmosphere. Especially, I remember I was at Game 3, and Game 3 was like after they won in overtime. It was like no atmosphere I've ever witnessed in my life, and I think it's because we knew. First of all, it was the first Stanley Cup win, first Stanley Cup game win in franchise history, and we kind of all knew like, oh, they've got us. So the fact that we got one was like really huge, and we kind of
Rose, we understand. You're tired. We
We
understand. We got it. All right, we understand,
I
Rosie.
yeah. I meant
We're gonna stay until they present the Prince of Wales Trophy, and then we're out of here. And I just want to see if they end up touching it. And there goes the Prince of Wales Trophy as they carry it out onto the ice, bring it to the
Oh,
table.
I'm not watching anymore. But before
I'm
leave,
talking to the people who are watching on the stream, Rose.
oh,
Oh,
I just want to say thank you for Happy Duck Man and those $5. You're
did you have to search for that comment?
beautiful. No, I did not search for the comments.
Oh, you
Tagged.
started. Oh, started.
It is started because whenever someone sends you money, it's started because it's a charity thing because they're being good to us.
Yeah, we don't see any of that cash, by the way. So,
All right. Can they present the bloody trophy already?
yeah,
Well,
let's
this is
hurry up,
actually a
man.
beautiful moment here with Jackie Redmond talking to Freddie Anderson, whose agent was Claude Lemieux. And you can see Freddie tearing up, and you can see Jackie tearing up as well. You don't ever see that kind of stuff from a reporter. And Jackie's incredible at her job. And that was
Not
a really,
a fan of
really cool
the
moment.
not a fan of the championship hats.
Championship hats. It's the mascot. It's the shoulder patch on the away jerseys. It's on the caps right now. So you don't like it, huh?
The championship hats that they're wearing right now, like it's just like it looks like a license plate.
I was looking at completely different caps. I guess they. Wow. Okay. Yeah. The championship hat, the Eastern Conference championship hats are. They're not good. They're not good.
No, but I mean, if I recall, the last Panthers one last year wasn't anything special either.
All right, so the Hurricanes have all gathered together behind the table, which is holding the trophy.
They're not touching
Nobody
it.
has touched it.
Nobody's even on the carpet.
That's
They're
the
not even
usual
touching the
protocol
carpet.
for not touching it.
They are not touching it. They're not on the carpet. They're not even near the guy who's
Like,
presenting.
the only person leaning forward is like 10 feet from the trophy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, like, come on, get everybody in here. Come on.
Logan
they're
Stankoven can't
barely
put his
on the
arm around
carpet.
Sean Walker or Martinook or whoever that is next to him.
Sean Walker or Martin Hook or whatever that is.
I can't tell by the faces. The faces are a little too zoomed out.
Look at the number.
And I couldn't see the number.
Yeah,
Roy,
it's
can
just-
we agree that they're not going to touch it?
We are going to. Well, hold on. Maybe one of the wives are going to end up touching it. You know. We are about
Be
to
the
end
last.
this stream in a couple of seconds. As soon as they hit the clicker on the camera,
Yeah,
we are
there's a
outta
couple of
here.
skates in the carpet.
Yeah, a couple of skates on the carpet. And cheese.
Everybody say Vegas.
Vegas. Oh,
Oh,
they're
God,
staying
I'm in
home.
hell.
They're staying home. They're
I'm
staying
in
home.
absolute hell watching this. Ugh. This is gross.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're going to
Say hello to Art Brosway down there. All right, so they are not touching the Prince of Wales Trophy. The Carolina
Perfect ending.
Hurricanes are the Eastern Conference champion. They are facing the Vegas Golden Knights at home for games 1 and 2, and 5 and 7 if that happens. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in watching Game 5, the final game of this Eastern Conference final. 6-1, your final. The Hurricanes defeat the Montreal Canadiens. So, for Ethan, for Rosie, for David, I'm Roy Bellamy. We will see you next week, Thursday, for Game 1 or 2 for the watch-along of the Stanley Cup Final, and on Friday for the hockey show. Have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Oh.
This is where Rose has.
Yeah, this is where Rose hits the end, but hits the end button